I don't do announcements, but I'll talk to the people. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to the fathers. I have no idea if there's anybody even watching this stream yet because I like have no line of sight to that. So that's cool. I'm a father. I had a good time today. It was rad.
That's good.
Yeah, no complaints. I have Happy Dad Seltzer in honor of Father's Day. I'm not normally a seltzer guy, but you know, I went to the park at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's kind of been a dreamboat since then. So
Oh, that's nice. And now you get
yeah,
to be drunk.
I mean, it's still a Sunday, right? So it's like there's a respectability to it still.
Yeah, you can't
Like
get quite, you know, you can get
yeah,
football drunk, right?
that's exactly that is the proper terminology there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Amen. Football drunk.
You can be football drunk all fucking weekend next weekend, man. It's gonna be great.
Ah, that's what weddings are for, right? Like that's why
She's
you
not
go.
getting, dude. She's not even getting married. It's just her birthday. Yeah.
Okay, all right, fine, 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 fine.
But like, it's gonna happen, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if this has been a problem for you. Cerebro, as not an app, no longer fucking works for me.
Really? I've
Like
never
dice
used it. Not.
calculator.
I only use it on the web for what it's worth.
Same.
Okay.
Now they've
How
got
does?
an app. I can't get the fucking affiliation thing to drop down. I can't
Uh
get
oh.
the dice calculator to work.
Uh
None of this
oh.
shit fucking works anymore. Maybe it's
Well,
because I'm trying to
dang.
put 12 dice into it.
I never use dice calculators for what it's worth.
Well, I wanted some like notepad or like a what's bar napkin math for like how good the cosmic penance stare is.
Why are
Um,
you spending his power on that?
you're not. It's just it's cool. I mean, you're obviously
Yeah.
driving around, pulling people, shooting people every turn for sure.
Right.
Like you use the penance stare when it's like, if I kill this guy, I win the game. That's the only time yeah, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. Because we need to have. It needs to be like. Why
No,
are
it's
you
it's not gonna work
playing
because Cerebro's
asterisk
not working. Diz, yeah,
that in
yeah, yeah,
asterisk question mark? Right.
yeah.
So it
Why are
like
you
puts
doing this? Why are you
like why are
playing?
you
Yeah,
playing that? Like if you can put a scoff at the end, it's even better.
he has so much health. Why does he have one less health than Malekith? This character's crazy.
Uh,
Oh, the question was, why would you ever use Cosmic Penance there? And I was saying, well, I don't have a reason. I just wanted to do some math on it. Maybe I'll just open up TTS and throw dice.
the real answer.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and play tonight. That's gonna be my thing for tonight. That sounds like fun. Try and play some Marvel.
Nice. You play in the real world or play on TTS?
No one wants to play in the real world on a Sunday. The most recent text I got from any of my board game guys in LA is like, "Hey man, you want to go to Puerto Rico?" And I'm not even fucking kidding. Like that's the most recent thing I've gotten from my board game guys is, do you want to take do you want to go on a trip to Puerto Rico later this year? Because it'd be fun. You ever been to Puerto Rico? I haven't. It'd be cool.
I haven't. Gotta say that is a place I have not been. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm in it to win it. Boop boopy doop. Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Maximum effort. In this war, there's no surrender. He's out of line, but he's right. Who the hell is Bucky?
You don't like a fair fight.
I think you're wrong. Which part? All of it.
Think you're the only superhero in the world?
Touche.
Oh man, I really have just listened to this. I've never hoped so much in my life that someone would not listen to this podcast.
You're like, oh God,
Yeah.
please don't listen to us.
Yeah, please don't know what I'm talking
Tune in.
about. Yeah, tune in. Be cool. Oh.
We're here.
Uh, I'm. Whoa.
Wow.
You know, we're taking that kind of turn. I'm wearing, I don't know, I got some shorts on. I got like a button-down shirt on. I'm eating a bunch of cherries that I bought at a farmer's market, and I'm drinking chocolate milk that I
Alright.
did not buy at a farmer's market. It is exciting. I love all of these things. I haven't. No, it's been a minute. I haven't had the time, unfortunately. And unfortunately, Marvel is in kind of a swing right now where everyone's like, Shatterpoint, Shatterpoint, Shatterpoint. And I don't care about
What?
Shatterpoint all that much. So like, there's the releases that have been coming out, or releases that have even been being talked about, are like not at all interesting to me. So I've been kind of taking a little pause. But I'm ready to swing back into it. Yeah.
But Ghost Rider.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, shocking everyone ever. Star Wars prints money. So my local scene, obviously, people are like a lot of the guys, like because I Marvel was my first game, but a lot of the dudes when I started playing were like refugees, quote unquote, from X-Wing. And now that there's like a game system where they can play Star Wars, and it's actually like I don't know if it's better or not. I really haven't paid much attention to the game itself, but a lot of folks I know are like really stepping into Shatterpoint. The last like competitive game I played was against DeLuca, and he was talking about Shatterpoint. He's like, "Yeah, I've had the chance to play it a few times, having a good time. I hope I'm not misrepresenting his opinion on the game." Um, but yeah, like it's a force. It's the new shiny. Do I think
I
it
see what you
has?
did there.
What did I do?
It's a force.
Oh, oops. Um, yeah, that was
Happy Father's
intentional.
Day.
I'm very funny. Um, but yeah, no, it's definitely like I haven't been able to play recently, so I haven't noticed like a shift of like people on Fridays are playing Shatterpoint. I'd imagine it's still Marvel. We have the only Californian LVO invitational like guaranteed slot, like not for points, like straight up for a slot in the finals is this Saturday.
Alright.
So I'd imagine folks will be practicing on Friday. I unfortunately will not be able to be there. I gave up my spot. But only, yeah, I'll just go to Vegas again and win my way into the fucking whatever big day like I did last year. It'll be fine
There you
this
go.
year.
That's fun
Um,
times.
yeah, I think it's more fun to just play the damn game all weekend anyway.
I think so.
Not saying you're not doing that. But yeah, Shatterpoint. I'm sure it's gonna be big. It's Star Wars, right? Like people are gonna play it. I just personally can't. I don't think I want to get into another mini game, and I was always more of a Marvel guy than a Star Wars guy by volumes. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting with it. Like I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure I'll see folks playing it. I'll probably end up playing a demo game or something, like with my buddies if they let me borrow all of their shit for it. But yeah. Oh, is it out? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
it's like
for the
very
best.
fresh. Yeah. Yeah. If you're into this, like, don't let me stop. Like, I just want to say, like, generally, like, if this is a thing you're into, do not at all let me like color your opinion. I do not matter. I mean, that will change the moment they start, advertising and producing Marvel content to the same degree they were last year. I guarantee it. Like as soon as we're getting releases that
Yeah.
aren't Claw and Mabaku, um, Like once we're getting like no offense to whatever diehard MCU Wakanda fans there are out there, but once we start getting real releases again, like once we start getting the X-Men and shit towards the end of this year, if that ends up happening, we'll swing back.
It's Father's Day, so I'm rocking the Father of the Timeline shirt here.
Mm.
I'm drinking Happy Dad seltzer. It's Father's
My man
Day.
is a stereotype.
I was at the park at 9 o'clock this morning. It's been great. It's been a great day. No, that's like giving up on life. Like first
What?
of all, like why would you wear white New Balances? Those things are going to turn green, right? Like why would you wear like your good shoes? I'm not saying you don't have good shoes. I'm just saying
Your
like
church shoes.
yeah, like those are you have white shoes. Like that's like what Memorial Day to Labor Day, right? Like we're going full blown like dad stereotype here. Like you got like 4 months to wear those shoes. 3 months. 3 months. Wow. I like. Is that what your dad wore? Mine neither. Like we're like rock climbing shorts. So like I have those. My dad wore rock climbing shorts. I wear like athletic shorts. Like not like basketball shorts, but like they have to be shorter. Gotta have shorter shorts when you're a dad. Both my dads wear short shorts. I'm a short guy. This guy. I mean, like, what's the point otherwise, right? Like, why would you wear shorts that aren't short? You're like, oh, look at these shorts. Ah, yeah, they're like capris or pants. Like, just wear capris or pants, bro.
I mean, you can get loose shorts. They don't fit the aesthetic, right? Which is stupid. I don't know. I've had a pair of shorts, like a long pair of Nike shorts that I've had
Mm-hmm.
since high school, and every girlfriend I've ever had has absolutely hated them, and they've stood the test of time past all of them. So who really
There we
won?
go.
I love
There
those
we go.
shorts.
My MCP life has been very quiet. I played some X-Men. I got whooped in a mirror. It was fun. That's the last game I played. It was like it was one of those things where it's like I knew it was just going to be a quiet night between like me and like one guy. So I messaged him and I was like, hey, like, what do you want me to play, bro? I was like, I got Asgard. I can bring Guardians. I can bring X-Men. I can bring Black Order. But I guess you don't probably want that. Like, what's up?
Cowardly.
And he didn't say anything back. So I just brought X-Men because that was kind of like I was like, yeah, that's fun. I'll just play. Because like I've been testing. I'm still like playing around with Psylocke, which is just like I don't know. That's your thing, man, not mine. She's real good, but she's not for me.
Has she not been doing it for you, man?
No, I just make bad decisions with her, right? So it's like because she has both offensive capacity and defensive
So you pick the wrong tool
abilities,
sometimes. I
I
guess.
always pick the wrong tool with her. I'm like, she'll survive this. Whoops, nope, she didn't. Or I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go for this big attack here. Oh,
Whiff,
whoops,
yeah.
that didn't happen. So I just keep picking the wrong one, and she doesn't have control, and I do tend to look for that like diceless control stuff. Father of the Year.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Nice. There we go.
That's a great name.
Oh, wow. Wow. Ominous. Just influencing. I have an IPA down in the refrigerator downstairs, but I decided to go with the seltzers tonight. Yeah. Aren't they all? I'm kidding, but I mean, actually. Yeah. Mm. Well, I mean, yeah, like you've either got like a fever for the flavor and you just like embrace the bitterness,
A fever
or
for the
you want
flavor.
something else. Okay.
But
I mean, good bitter flavors. Like if you're into bitter, then IPAs have a lot to offer. A lot
they really
to
do, yeah.
offer. I feel like you need to go local. So like if you've ever been to like a brewery that's like a local like brewery, and I'm not talking like they make the weirdest craft beers. I mean like find like an actual brewery that's close to you and go to it. And the way that the beer tastes like at that brewery is like that's how that beer is supposed to taste. And then once you've had that beer there, you have it somewhere else. Like you can taste how it was supposed to taste. But like everything you get from a store is like, 3 to 6 months old, basically. Look at you. All right. Uh, okay, well that's a great segue. That's a
Well,
that, that
I don't
that's
think
the
he's
main
for every
topic right
list,
there.
yeah.
Right? Like what why are you playing that? Why are you playing that?
Uh,
Uh-huh. Hey, you're finally bringing a six? I mean, like we've talked about that like at least, 3 to 5 episodes. Say his name. Frank Castle.
Dank Castle.
Oof. Oh my goodness. Yes? No. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's good. This is top quality content. This is why we come. That's why we do this. For those of you who can't hear Dizzard right now,
Yeah, for
He's
the
trying
one
to
person
fix
on
it.
Twitch.
There it is.
There'd be
Okay.
literal one or
All
five
right.
people on Twitch. Oh, okay.
It's working
no,
now.
It's Mackinac though. I like him a
It's
lot.
Mackinac. Okay,
Yeah.
it's working now. All right, so so my
welcome
biggest
back,
thing,
Dizzard.
my biggest thing was why do I want why do I want Cosmic Ghost Rider? It's for displacement. And if I'm bringing Cosmic Ghost Rider, the earliest I can bring him with cable is going to be like 19 and 20. So it's like, is it really worth a character slot for only a quarter of my games? And then if I bring it to like where it sounds really cool, it'll be 15, where I can go Psylocke, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Badger in 23. I was like, that actually sounds really fun and annoying as shit on Gamma. Or even Researcher, really. But then I was like, what am I sacrificing? I'm like, well, does he pair well with Hellfire Club? And I'm like, well, I don't really need him for Hellfire Club. And then it also comes into the fact that like I also think about I'm trying not to change my list too much from our team tournament to the solos.
Why?
So because I don't want to like I like practicing one thing and not getting used to having something and not being able to play it in the team tournament. So it's like if I practice a bunch of games where I have the access to Cosmic Ghost Rider and then I end up learning to lean on Cosmic Ghost Rider,
Right.
then
Do you feel like he might be a crutch?
I feel like he would be super interesting because of how much displacement he offers. And what he does offer is just like a killing machine.
Do you feel like he's like a Thanos?
No, I don't. I think he's the opposite spectrum of Thanos,
Okay.
to be
He's a
honest.
murder
I think
machine, yeah. He's not
I
control
think
monster.
I think Thanos is supporting your game state and your team and not really being much murder, where Cosmic Ghost Rider is extremely selfish and kills pretty much anything.
He does have very good guns.
Yeah, and he's extremely selfish.
I like that he has displacement. He,
Yeah.
That's like I love his displacement, and he has easy access to it because you're arguably going to be most often starting off with more power than Thanos does.
and yeah,
His
so
power generation's absurd.
His closest analog for me is Wanda.
Yeah.
It's like when I look at what he's doing, I'm like, okay, like how does that compare to what Wanda would do? And he has displacement, so therefore, he is a more interesting character to me
Yeah, he's a Wanda with
and worth the
displacement,
premium. Yep.
Yeah.
with a web swing, with got your back.
I mean, that's where I'm also kind of like I kind of want him for X Force because then I can go back into the whole clapback X Force, but then I'm like very severely altering my list.
The Guardians list I'm putting together right now is Cosmic Ghost Rider, Winter Soldier, and Nick Fury. So whenever you kill the grunts, you just die, and you still don't
Okay,
get
how
the
about
extra
how about how
That's
about
fine.
this?
Blah,
How about
blah,
this?
blah.
Let's Sam.
Blah, blah,
My question then here. How about this, Sam? Convince me why I should put CGR in my Hellforce list and who I should drop for him.
Emma.
Damn.
That gets rid of half of my list.
Yeah, but you don't ever want to play the Hellforce stuff. Like you
But it's
always
there.
want to
It's
bring
there.
X-Force.
It's there for backup though. I always want to play X Force.
I don't think
but
you should play Cosmic Ghost Rider in your list
okay, well then why not?
because I don't want to see him across the table all the time.
Hell
Wow.
yeah, dude. He
No, I mean, like-
technically,
Alright,
the
in all
most
honesty,
watchable sixpence Hulk.
This is where I think Cosmic Ghost Rider is going to excel. When you can exploit at least one of his abilities. Do you have things that want to die? Do you put things on the table that like you want to be prioritized above Cosmic Ghost Rider, or you want your opponents to prioritize Cosmic Ghost Rider above?
I think for let's like I'm in my list headspace. So for me, I'm okay with whoever my opponent goes after because I have exceptional healing.
Okay. So if
Well, if they
you're
go for
okay
Cable.
with them, so yeah, now that means they're going after Cable or Cosmic Ghost Rider, and they're probably
But
going after
then-
Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
So
because
you
Cable's a
basically put
non
a
because
six
Cable's a
threat
non-factor
lure
to most people.
on the table.
Ugh.
You put a 6-threat lure on the table.
Yes.
It also
but
means
then-
that you're playing at what,
Okay.
15,
But let's-
19? You're at
but let's
least
say-
19?
Let's just say though, I put CGR on the table. I think here's what I'm gonna do. I'm in Rich's Champions of Contest, whatever it is for X Force.
Contest of
Um,
Champions.
Yeah, and I can't play Hellfire Club, so I'm probably just gonna run Cosmic Ghost Rider instead of Emma in that, since I can't run Hellfire anyways.
Why?
Why not? It says like someone else doing it.
No, because you
Oh,
can't. You have to be
straight up just
affiliation.
can't.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have to
There
be.
we go.
There's-
See?
Why play
I solved
Emma?
your immediate problem. Even if you don't
Well-
agree with me on like the big picture, like
Well, it's-
I
it's-
solved
it's-
your immediate
Well, I mean, like I
problem.
could test it out and play it in there, and actually give me a reason to test it out. But I just
Why don't
like-
you want to play Cosmic Ghost Rider? Because you usually like to play like the new release stuff, and you
Well,
haven't wanted to play
I-
MODOK. You haven't.
I
wanted
played
to play
him. I
Immortal.
played him once, and I was like, "This is actually really good." And I played Cable, Psylocke, CGR, and 23, I think it was.
Okay.
And I was like, I am like 2 characters down, and I just murdered everything before round 3, and it felt.
I don't
really
think
good.
CGR is a put CGR where you considered putting Thanos. I think that CGR
No.
is a character that you bring because you are wide or he is affiliated. And
Which is
that
not
my
me.
honest
I'm
opinion.
I'm not either of those things.
Yeah.
Which is like always been the issue with me for X Force and taking a 6+ character is can I actually fit this? And then you look at like this is like the other argument is if I'm playing this is just like across the board. If I'm playing a list that has a 5-threat leader or a leader that has an issue bringing a 6-threat, it's very much like should I consider Cosmic Ghost Rider? And I think a lot of times it's going to be no, because you need to look at your list and say, can I run 3 wide against a Thanos list? Can I run 3 wide against a Mal list? Can I run 3 wide against a Hulk list and outperform them?
Why
And
is
honestly,
that the answer?
I'm
Why do you
gonna
want
ride
that? Yeah.
Frank Castle train. And I'm going to go with the ups
no,
and
no,
downs.
no. What I'm saying is though, you need to evaluate what you're doing. So if I'm running X Force and
you need to
I'm
commit.
like,
Or you need to commit. And just
Or
be
you
like,
need to commit.
I'm just going to play Frank.
okay, but
We are just going to
so
Frank.
but I'm trying to help
What?
people out here, Sam. Like, if I am looking at adding CGR to my list and I'm playing X Force or another 5-threat leader
I gave a
or
criteria.
something
I
like
think
that.
you got to be wide. He's got to be affiliated. One of those two or both.
But that's what I'm saying though is I'm not wide or affiliated, and you're telling me to run CGR.
No, I'm not.
You
said
told me
who-
to.
You said who should I run him for, and I said drop Emma for him.
Yeah, and which the contest of champions, I'm going to try it out and see how it feels.
There you go. In
But
general,
the issue,
no, why?
but I do say though, when I was testing it out, it was very much like it's a lot of aggression, especially with like X Force, because you got Psylocke 23 and Ghost Rider. Like, if your opponent's targeting Ghost Rider, cool. Like, I don't care. Like, you're letting Psylocke or 23
He's-
have fun.
He is going to be 5-threat Nebula like a lot more often than I think people think he's going to be.
6-threat Nebula.
So, yes, sorry, 6-threat Nebula. He is
I
going to be
mean-
6-threat Nebula a lot more often than that. He's
I,
going to
I
murder
don't play
things.
him. Yeah, I don't want him to be anything else than that.
No,
Yeah.
like that's not why you're bringing him. That's what
Well,
I mean
I-
by embrace it.
And I
It's
think
just like-
that's why he comes back to the whole like wider affiliated, because he's more than likely 9 times out of 10 not going to be contesting or anything. He's not going to be able to
Like-
hold something. He's going to have that psychosis token most of the game.
it's
but
beast.
Good.
But I think he wants his psychosis token most of the game.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
even like
you want him murdering stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
for sure.
Go
Like
ahead,
him without the psychosis token is like his card that takes away psychosis. I don't think will ever be played.
Yeah.
Because it's just like you don't like who cares? Like
What's
just
the
kill
timing on
everything.
that? I don't actually know the timing on that. I'm not asking
It
you to read
basically,
the
I
card
think
really, but-
unless I'm mistaken, it makes him contest like for
Find
the
it.
end of the round, and then you can just pop it back on at the start of the next round, which is like fine. I think it just costs a lot, and I think I like don't care. This is something that like,
Let me find it.
like
Oh, is this the
you're-
one where it's like they have to errata it to make it work? Because like right now, like if you like raw it, it just like doesn't work.
I think so, yeah.
Is it it's time travel? Don't ask, or is it?
Yes,
I think
yes,
it's time
not
to
the,
don't ask.
it's the
Okay.
other one's the
Right?
big dumb
Don't
hero
ask.
card.
Don't
Yeah,
ask.
because the other ones, because the other one is Guardians of the Galaxy, and the other one's Black Order. All right, so
Yeah.
during the cleanup phase, after
Uh-huh.
VPs have been scored, an allied CGR that is not contesting an objective may spend 5 power to play this card. Holy crap. Ghost Rider may then advance towards an objective token you are not securing. If you would now secure the objective token, you immediately score 1 VP. Then if Cosmic Ghost Rider has a psychosis token on it, he removes. So with how it's written right now, there's no way you score it. Him moving there does nothing if he has psychosis token on him.
That's my
Well,
concern.
that's what they're saying is like, if you would score it, yeah. So they're gonna you'd have to run that a little bit, but then you will get it back in the power phase because you get the psychosis token if you have 5 or more power. So if you spend
Yeah.
this at 10 or whatever, or if you just gain 5 raw, like off of like 4 dice rolls, you'll get it right back. So maybe that card is not like terrible. I just like
No.
I don't see a world like I don't know. I think the biggest difference between like current Guardians list and Guardians list with Cosmic is we're just dropping Nebula.
Wow. I don't know if I would drop Nebula. I mean,
I don't know.
so-
I think you
also
embrace the
love-
I think you embrace the wide and you go Rocket, Nebula, Ghost Rider, Bill.
I mean, like I have a 10th slot right now. It's either Nebula or Hulk, I think, and I want to test them both out and just like go fucking hard deep diving people.
Okay, so Sam, you've been playing a lot of Guardians recently.
I've not
my-
been playing a lot of Guardians.
okay, you said you were. You said you were
want to
going
play
to.
I
So
want
my
to play
question
Black Order.
is do you think Guardians can run Thanos and CGR effectively?
I think that if you're running Thanos in Guardians, you're building a squad that's set up at a certain point level, and you have at least one toolbox like slot in that roster that you could
Yeah.
slot in Ghost Rider for. Yes, maybe it's Nebula. I don't think so, but I haven't tested that enough. So that is the hottest of takes.
Hot take. All right. Well-
Hottest to take. I don't think Thanos Guardians is good. Well, I won't say that. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think that I'm gonna play it ever. Yeah. Like it's cool, but like why
It's
not?
really good.
Yeah, but like
Thanos
like-
Guardian sucks.
no, man, like the variation of Thanos that I see most often, which blows my fucking mind, is still space reality. It's like, dude, like, first of all, there are better Thanoses, and second of all, follow
Yeah,
me,
you're right.
embrace exist. Like,
Look, the thing about
they're so good.
Thanos, space reality is like that's the memeiest part about the Guardians roster.
Yeah.
I think you can probably run mine there and be just fine over reality and probably run a restricted card, but that's not what I want to address here. The thing I want to address is that Morgan Reed was absolutely right. The Thanos that acts last is the one that has like the board state. Thanos and Guardians gives you what Thanos and Black Order cannot do, which is a last
and last.
activating Thanos
Yeah.
like from turn 1. And so like that is a hell of a combo. And you don't have to run Guardians that way. You can run Guardians without Thanos, and you can have a great time, and you can do really well, and you can probably beat Thanos Guardians even. But at the same time, Thanos Guardians is very good. Might be better
Yeah, I
against the
guess.
field.
I don't know.
And Space Reality is just a Thanos that's always there. And I don't think that Thanos Guardians needs mind as badly as I think Black Order needs mind on Thanos, because if they go for your Thanos, that means that they're just getting chewed up by everything else. And if they don't go for your Thanos, well, then that means Thanos has Cosmic Portal in the end game. Like, that's a really good roster.
Okay.
I hate it, but it's there. That's really good. Sam's also good. So, for clarity, so are X-Men.
I mean, so are, yeah, like you
Full
said,
of hot takes.
non-Thanos
I'm full of
Guardians.
hot takes tonight.
All right. So let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of
Why are you playing that? Oh my god.
yes, that. Anyways, why are you playing that? Sam wanted to talk about this, so Sam, go ahead and drive us into the point.
Well, I mean, it's everything, right? Like, this is it. This is it. Why are you playing that? Why are you playing that? That's OP. Why are you playing that? It's casual AF. Why are you playing that? Why are you playing that character? Like, what do you like? Do you like Frank? Like, why are you playing the Punisher? Like, there's a lot of questions that we have to answer in this game constantly, to our friends, to our peers, to people that we're dojoing with. And I think that the easiest cop out to the online discourse is to be like, oh, like, people on the internet like to talk crap, but like, you have to explain yourself to your real people in real life. I mean, more often than not, right? So like, why are you playing that? So like, Hyper, you're looking at Cosmic Guardians. Like, that's going to be, if that's not meta, I don't know what is, right? It's like, why are you
I
playing
mean, it's
that?
just like all my favorite characters are in that shit right now. Like they just
Then you
added
have to run Hulk in that list.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
All right.
I think Hulk's probably gonna end up in it. And it's
Is it
it's so
Immortal
sad-
or is it Bruce? Like what's your favorite Hulk?
It's not immortal.
Or is it?
Okay. I love Immortal so much, but he is just like he's just an extra threat on a character that
Yeah.
already basically does the exact same thing. I had so much fun playing Immortal this TTS season, but realistically, like 6-threat Hulk is the better character. Like for what he is.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
mean-
it's probably throw Hulk in there. I don't know.
Do you think that the extra gamma leap that you can do with Immortal is worth a tactic slot? Do you think that
I mean, if you're playing Immortal, absolutely.
okay.
The problem is like if you're playing Avengers Hulk, you can just play Assemble.
Do you think that Midnight Suns Immortal is
Well, that's where I played him. I was playing Midnight
Okay.
Suns.
I have a question about that.
you weren't
Okay.
playing Blade though, so you weren't
I
jumping.
was playing Blade. I was playing
You
Blade
were.
almost
Okay.
every game.
My question is Immortal Suns is Immortal Hulk in Suns too gimmicky?
Well,
Or
I mean,
is it actually good?
the
Is
problem is
attacking
that,
in your opponent's deployment turn 1 by the third
No, but that's-
activation
but that's-
gimmicky? Or
no.
is that like
Like,
what if I threw you into the corner?
But no, there's so many things. Like, has Immortal Hulk actually put Midnight Suns on the map, or is it like just people have gotten lucky with it?
honestly, Immortal Hulk as a character is incredibly gimmicky. He's like functionally gimmicky. The revive mechanic is gimmicky. The way his like wombo combo throws work is super gimmicky. He's incredibly fun. He's one of the most fun characters I've played in this game. He reminds me of like when Magneto first came out, like that game state amount of fun.
Yeah.
The problem is like, is he competitive or like whatever competitive is supposed to be? Like any Hulk is inherently inconsistent. A Hulk where his throw costs 1 more is even more inconsistent. A Hulk where he's 1 more expensive, where he has to put in that much more work, and he, like objective play wise, he is that much worse. Yeah, he's incredibly inconsistent. Again, very very fun. But no, I don't like until Suns get a different leader. I do think they're in pretty bad spot. Like I do not think they're a competitive like faction or whatever. Like you put them up against one of like the big dogs, like even Shield or something. And I'm not saying Shield isn't a big dog, but like you put it up against like Shield against like the Guardians fucks them so hard it's not even funny. Like
I'm not sure about that, but okay.
the Blade leadership tax is
Oh,
pretty heavy.
Guardians effing Midnight Suns. Yes. Guardians
Oh yeah,
effing
not
Shield
vice
was- I
versa.
was like,
No, like Shield does fine against Guardians because they can do the
Yeah,
like. That's why I have Fury and the Eyes on the Prize because I think that is like almost too good to pass up in the current murder
Right.
meta. But yeah, no, like Suns. I don't know, man. Suns like Blade is so bad. He's like just functionally like in so many games, just a worthless character.
Bump is so good though.
Yeah, Bump is great.
I think
You know
there's
what?
a design space where AMG thought that, or thinks even, that like 4 threat leaders being like,
Mediocre.
it's not even mediocre. It's more like being like the objective piece, but not giving them any actual objective advantages. So like I played a lot of Red Skull Thanos, like old core Red
Yeah,
Skull,
yeah. Fourth
under
Red Skull.
Thanos and Thanos under Cabal, and that was a really fun thing to do. But at the end of the day, like Red Skull was literally just like my objective piece in those games, and
Yeah, he grabs
felt
something and sits on the back point, right?
fine. But I was literally I have like 3 dudes, so like he's just the dude that does the least, so he's the guy who gets that job.
I mean, even when
I feel
we
like
were
that's
playing,
the same space that Blade occupies.
I mean, even when we were playing the whole Malekith list, when I had you playing Malekith too,
yeah.
like Red Skull did the same thing. He was like, "I'm here to get Malekith up, and then I'm gonna go hide over here and hold it secure."
Yep.
Like this is, I don't disagree with
Get him up.
that, except
Maybe give him
for
a second activation. You know, like that. Was
I don't
like the
know
whole thing.
Fury. I think it might be old design space, maybe. 'cause
Fury definitely does
Fury's-
more than that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Blade maybe doesn't.
Like maybe it's just like old MCP. Like I have a whole lot of these like old MCP things now, like Cable.
Yeah. So I mean, but maybe Suns are like the last of old MCP, right? Because like they have an ability that
Yeah.
lets them like do like weird center grab stuff, but like doesn't give them.
Well, yeah,
anything
but it
particularly
also like
optimized with
doesn't,
that.
right? Like the center grab stuff was largely eroded when they got rid of advanced R&D. Like you can't do
Yeah.
it with their base roster anymore. You have to bring.
Oh
in
no,
someone
you have
Bill.
to bring in like Bill or Hella.
Wong.
Hella was the old
Yeah.
one because she gives.
Well,
bleeds,
Wong can't
right?
do it.
No one can help somebody do it though.
Yeah, but you can't do it immediately. Is my point. Like a center
Oh,
grab
fair,
is
fair,
worthless
fair,
if you can't do it right away.
Yeah.
That's why I like the concept of Logan and Psylocke. I can threaten the center grab. Like, come on, come grab it, buddy.
Yeah.
Anyways, so why are you playing that? Like, why are you wanting to play Cosmic Ghost Rider Guardians? Why are you wanting to play Black Order? Why am I wanting to play X Force? like,
I play what you like, right?
It's
Like,
got all my
that's-
friends. Yeah, got Bill.
Play what
I-
you like.
I don't know.
And
I
when what you
feel-
like is really good. Like I feel like at some point you just have to embrace that, right?
well,
Or, like,
I
being a hipster is more important than actually playing what you like.
no, I think it's very much like the core concept of why we started the show, and that was
Yeah.
like you can make anything competitive.
Mhm.
Like you can. I still truly think that. I think you could make Midnight Suns competitive.
I agree.
Like it can happen if you put enough reps in, you get the matchups down, you understand that. Granted, you need more luck on your side than anything, but you can still make it competitive as shit.
Yeah, but like,
Um,
aren't you running like Hulk or Malekith at that point? Like not to
100%.
like not to be like unfair to innovation.
No, you're
but
correct.
when we get to the point where we're like, this is my Midnight Suns competitive roster. You're like, you know what? Yes, I have
Midnight Suns-
tech,
Midnight-
and then I'm like,
Midnight
wait a
Suns.
second, I got some Malekith and some Immortal Hulk here because sometimes I play at 18.
Midnight Suns without Blade, and you're just playing Voodoo, Immortal Hulk, Malekith. Like let's
mean,
go.
maybe not
That's
that far,
literally
but-
what it was. It was like Immortal, Iron Fist, and whatever else I could fit in there.
Okay, so like you're in those moments, and like, why are you playing that? Right? So like at that point, are you actually a Midnight Suns list, or are you just Malekith thing? Like,
I mean, it
Well,
was
I
Midnight
think-
Suns because their tactics cards rock, but that's
it's
like,
like
it.
Malekith in your coven, you know?
I don't know. They summoned the tiger. I think it really though comes down to though is very much like where are you gonna have enjoyment playing? Like sure, like
Yeah.
I could have fun playing Malekith and doing all this because I enjoy Malekith. But am I really having fun? I don't know. I don't have fun anymore when I play Malekith. I really don't. I don't enjoy playing Malekith because
Do you have fun playing the very best of the best of the best of the best, sir?
I don't. I said this back before when I stopped playing the Malekith list. I was like, I have had the most fun losing games with X-Force since I got back on them than I ever had destroying people with Malekith.
So if that's where you're at, though, like, what do you do at the store when the guy shows up with Malekith? You know what I mean? Like,
I beat him and I show him his flaws and how they're playing Malekith poorly.
Here's this guy.
You're also lucky
Here's this guy,
and
he
or
beats
good
Malekith,
in a given moment. You know, like I'm talking about the game where like, so like here, let me paint you a picture.
Okay, paint me a picture.
There's a dude and he terrorizes the locals. He terrorizes them because
that was me a year ago.
It's Malekith. No, it's
that was me. That was me.
No one's ever heard of this Marvel villain, but this Marvel villain has been this guy's favoritist since forever.
It's my favorite character.
Reasons.
Yeah. I love Malekith.
I've loved him since the 80s, bro. He was in a 3-issue arc. It was huge.
Walt Simonson, Malekith top tier.
Formative for me. It was formative for me. This guy made my world. I love Malekith so much. I'm playing this list for thematic reasons. And he just like wallops everybody, and like he's like, you know, wreaking havoc on the local scene. You show up because everyone has begged you to. They're like, Dizzard, I know you're an hour away, but seriously, man, bring your X-Force and smoke this cat.
But I was the one.
You know how to play Malekith. You know how to play Malekith. You know how to play X-Force. Like, come be our savior. And you show up, and then you have one of those like.
He hits you for 14 on every attack.
The dice game. It's just like, well, we are playing a dice game, and it doesn't go your way, and you actually lose this game. You couldn't outplay him. You couldn't outdice him. You couldn't outthink the dice. And now you're in this awkward position where you're like, I just played X-Force against this guy who's Malekith's favorite character. Like, sure it is. But like, why'd you play that? Or did you bring your own Malekith? And you were like, well, it was X-Force.
No, my list does not have Malekith in it, and I don't miss Malekith.
So you're like, why are you playing that?
So why am I playing this? Because I want to play it, and I think that I think that my list I've worked through. It comes back to again like why we made the show, and it's like I wanted to do something with X-Force that would like actually work in a competitive scene. I want to play what I enjoy and make it competitive, even if it's a laughed at affiliation.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Is Cosmic Ghost Rider also a large base, just like regular Ghost Rider? Okay, thank
absolutely. You. But for me, it comes down to like I want to play what I want to play. I want to have fun with what I'm playing, and I am very much a person that likes to play an underdog. I don't like playing the meta, I guess, even though I do have Red Skull and Logan in my list, but it's like I'm not doing what everybody else is with like Red Skull, Mystique, Malekith, or anything like that. I'm like running Red Skull because I want the Hellfire Club boost with it.
Do you think there's a line that you can cross where like at what point are you like, well, I brought Red Skull, but I didn't bring Malekith and Mystique, so I'm cool. And so it's like where is that line? I'm not trying to like challenge you,
so
like,
no. I think it's a very good question. I honestly think that is a question that is probably killing the game. In all honesty, I think.
Wow! Right? Wow! Amen.
Like
Sorry,
Preach.
Well, okay. So he asked like, what is the line of me saying I'm not going to play Malekith or playing Red Skull? Like, where do you draw the line of where you're being just? I don't even know what you would call it, but it's very much, in my opinion, like that's the attitude that's like gonna end up killing the game or end up putting it in a bad spot or just making a toxic community. Because if I sit there and I'm like, well, there's a line between me playing Malekith and not playing Malekith, like what is that doing? Like it's like I don't know. It's the same issue. Malekith is the same issue he was when he first came out. Come together. Figure out how to beat him, which is the same thing we said when he first came out. Is just treat him like Thanos. Like you, like it's the same
sacrifices. You have to make sacrifices in roster construction.
Do you? Do you?
Yes, you do.
You do.
I feel like I.
I mean, when you're building any roster, you have to like the reason you're building this roster is to be
Yeah.
able to deal with meta threats. That's all. Like you can
Okay,
say,
yes.
no, I'm
Doesn't have to
building
be
shit that
meta.
I like to
It's
play, but
your
like
threats.
just being able to deal with anything. Yeah, and
Yeah.
like
It could be your
Malekith,
wife. It
he's
could
one
be
of
your
the
best
things in the
buddy.
game that you
It
have
could
to
be
deal
like
with.
the dude
But
in town over. Like
I
whatever.
guess
Okay.
where it's very much like my list just naturally feels like it has a good Thanos counter. It feels like it has a naturally good and it wasn't really planned
You
that
have
way. It's like
range. Like X
it
Force
was
is like
like
one of the original range factions.
but it was very much when I made the list, it was very much like these are the characters that I think would be really good with X Force. And then in hindsight, I was like, wow, this actually does really good into Malekith. This does really good into Red Skull. This does really good into basically all the scary boogeymen. But it was like it was very much like these are the characters I want to play. I love Logan. I love which is like Wolverine, but I'm playing Logan. It's the same thing. Like who cares?
Literally is, yeah.
I love Psylocke. I love like Bill's sick. He's not like one of my favorite, but like I feel like he fixes a hole for X Force that I've never had an option to have before. And it's just like it's very much like the list really built itself off of what I wanted to play, not necessarily being like, I think this is gonna be broken. It was like, I want to play this. I think this would work. I think this would work. And then I played it and it was like, hey, this works. I'm never gonna fault somebody for playing Malekith or Red Skull or Thanos. Even if it's like I'm playing this list because I think it is the most OP broken thing and I want to win. Cool, man. That is your goal. Like, I'm not going to fault you for that. I'm not, especially when I'm sitting there and I'm playing a list that is completely not meta. Like, how am I going to go to a game and play against somebody who's like obviously trying to win the event because of their list is like very saying this and I lose? Like, why am I going to bitch about that? Like why? That's I think that's more of the question that we're saying. Like why? It's not why are you playing that. It's like why are you complaining? Like you, like I don't think it's like hey, like everybody play this list is the only thing you can play. No, it's like go back to why are you playing the game? Why are you playing this list? Why are you doing these things that you're doing? And if you come back to that reason, you're gonna have fun with this game. It's not like hey, you should be playing the best things in the game. It's what is your goal? Like my goal is to do the best I can with X Force, and that is by golly what I'm going to do.
Go. My point is that it's really easy for the best things to seep into your list, regardless in the game.
I don't disagree.
But what about Hyper Viper?
Yeah, what about Hyper Viper? Good talk. Oh, he's gone.
Oh no.
I don't know what happened. He disappeared on us.
The internet.
I don't know. Like I got kind of heated there, but it's very much like I do think that conversations like that are what create a toxic environment for people because then you're gonna have everybody just being like, God, the game's stupid. Something needs to happen to Malekith. Something needs to happen to Thanos. Something needs to happen to this game. This game is bad. This is just the same stuff. We've been saying that, yes, the game feels very same for the last year. I'm not going to say, no, that's not the case. But I think our question we're asking is, why are you playing that? Is very much like supposed to be like self-reflective. Like, why aren't you playing Black Order, Sam?
I'm actually trying to, but I don't bring it out to my locals nights because I feel bad about it. Because people don't want to play Thanos.
But why? Why? Because like you're playing probably arguably the worst version of Thanos now.
Ever, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is a Thanos that like has the least amount of, the most amount of cost associated with him, right? Like
most cost, least benefit in Black Order. Like he's so much better benefit in Guardians.
It still feels bad.
Holy Mackinac says meta chasing, big guy lists, killing innovation, killing experimentation. I don't think it is. I think people are just giving up. I think people are very much just saying something needs to happen to this game and I'm not gonna bother trying. I don't have the time, I don't have the patience. I'm tired of going into the same meta list. I'm tired of doing this. And that happens a lot, but it's like, all right, man, like you don't have to put everybody else down at the same time.
Right, but like if you don't have anybody to play, that's also like as big a deal as that's the biggest deal.
Yeah.
Is when you don't have anybody to play. And so there is an element to why are you playing that? That's also, well, like, you want to have people to play. So you got to find somewhere in between, like the game that you want to play and the game that the people around you want to play. And maybe that's easy. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's as simple as you bring a Thanos, but you don't ever put him on the table, and you're like, hey, like I'm not going to play him. Like if you don't want this, I'm not going to do that to you. So I'll practice some Corvus leadership stuff and go with that. And it's weird, like people actually feel really bad about Corvus too, for the most part.
I don't know. I think I'm very much like, after like talking about this for a little bit, and I think I'm very much of the opinion of, it comes back to what we've been saying for months, and that's like, what is your goal with your list?
Yeah.
And whatever your goal with your list is, that is why you're playing that list. If you're trying to win the LVO, like invitational, you're trying to win that top dog, I'm not going to fault you for playing any of these characters that people dislike, because you're trying to win with the best odds possible. That is what competition is. Like, this is what it is. You're going to give yourself the best odds. Like, that's always been the case. This is gaming.
That is gaming. And like, do you think it's a requisite for you to have like 3 to 5 guys that are willing to support you, or a play group, basically? Like, it doesn't matter if they're guys. do you have a play group that's willing to support you on your journey, or do you play that version of the game as a video game on TTS, or do you?
Real quick, Mackinac says that's competitive gaming, and you're not wrong. That is absolutely competitive gaming. I should clarify. And I think where it draws the line is like having that conversation. If you're going to play a casual game, like we were talking about earlier, like if I don't want to play Malekith on a casual night because I'm tired of saying this and I want to have a fun game night, then I'm gonna say, hey man, let's try this with our list. Like, be innovative with it. Say, hey, let's do like challenge of the week ideas. Like, hey man, let's both make a list that isn't including these characters. Let's make a list that doesn't have any 6 threats. Let's make a list that does this. But like, have that conversation before you like talk within your local gaming groups, Discord, talk like whatever you guys talk about. This is my next point. Mackinac says the vast majority of players aren't bothering with that, because I feel like the vast majority of players want to be the best of the best.
Yeah.
And they do. And
they might not want to put in the work for it.
But then it comes back to why are you playing that? What is your goal for your list? You want to be the best of the best. So if I want to be the best player of MCP, and that is my goal, Sam. That is my goal.
Best.
And I'm going and I'm saying, hey man, I want to win every single game I go to, and I present to you an X-Force list. What are your first thoughts?
Why are you playing that?
Why are you playing that? And I'd say, well, I want to win. And then I get told, well, you probably shouldn't play that if you want to win every single game.
I wouldn't tell you that first. I'd say, how do you win your inopportune matchups? Like, what are your inopportune matchups, and how do you win those?
Oh, I don't know. Well, you got to explore them.
I'm just going to believe you that you put together a roster that wins on its scenarios, right? Like, to an extent, to as much an extent as you can muster, right? Like, you have brought a team that wins these scenarios.
Holy Mackinac says, if you win every game, what are you learning? If you win every game, it stops being fun. If winning every game was fun, everyone would be playing against 4-year-olds. I think it's a valid point. I think the very first thing you say, if you win every game, what are you learning? 4-year-old,
he can't keep track of his actions. We do play from time to time, but power management is hard on the superpowers. He forgets almost all of his triggers. I have to keep reminding him. And then on top of that, he's just really bad at power management.
But the Mackinac's point here is like, if you win every game, what are you learning? Like,
I don't.
I
so
agree.
Like, I never practice games, especially. Like, I never want to like win a game against an opponent on a gotcha or a like missed trigger. Like, I forgot this, I forgot that, and like, I also don't want to do that myself. And it doesn't mean that like I literally like never ever ever forget a trigger on either side of the board, because I definitely do. I just
Between
don't
board
think
states.
that is the like. I just hate it when that's the deciding factor in a game. So most of my practice matches, I don't let that stuff happen. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh well, you forgot this, so guess I win a practice game, buddy. Like that's not.
I love your condescending voice. Like it's
That is not what I'm here for.
but that's what your practice time should be. Like if you have
Yeah.
a solid gaming group, and like you were trying to get to this, like if you have a solid gaming group of like, hey, I'm preparing for Nova. I need to run this, this, and this. Do you guys mind playing against me? With even though I'm doing this. Yeah, some people might be like, shit, I really don't want to be smashed by your list
You
over
don't-
and over and over again.
Honestly, you don't even want to do that stuff. Like if that's what you're doing, you need comparable players to what you're going to be playing into. You don't want to play that stuff into your local group. Unless your local group is like trying to be on that level. And that's my personal opinion. Like no one is going to walk away happy. You're not going to get the experience that you wanted. Right? Like you're just
It's-
gonna do the thing.
And like that's the thing though, is like you're not gonna find that in 9 out of 10 times local groups. A lot of times it's gonna be like maybe 2-3 people within your local
Yep.
group that have that goal.
Yep.
And to be completely honest, if you're preparing for an event, you're better off just taking any game you could get because that is more like
get separation anxiety going. Get like just like
yeah.
bring a roster that has the one piece in your competitive roster that you haven't figured out yet and slot that in. And I'm not talking about like, oh, brought Malekith tonight. Whoops. Like, I mean like, hey, you know, actually I haven't played Zemo very much and he's not in all of my rosters. He's not in all of the builds that I'm thinking about bringing competitively, but I want to learn how to play Baron Zemo. So
Yeah.
bring Baron Zemo and see what Baron
I
Zemo
think-
can do on casual night.
I think Chewy from Danger Room, he had a game video put up recently where he was talking about how he is trying to
Chewy, by the
play Thanos with Weapon X, and he said the reason why I am playing Thanos is one, I don't want to play Thanos in Guardians because I just don't care for Guardians, and then he said I want to play Thanos though because I feel like playing the character that I have issues against is the best way to learn how to fight them, which is 100% true. If you're having issues against a Malekith, against a Hulk, against whatever, just play more and more of it and learn their play patterns so you know how to stop those play patterns.
Hello,
Hi.
Sorry.
Yay!
I'm back.
made
Okay,
it back.
Malekith and/or Hulk. You have to figure out how to play against those characters. Yes, that is true.
We're still there for sure.
I mean, that's just like, yeah. I mean, that's an issue folks have been having with like, because I know it's a different thing in terms of this game versus like other minis games, is that you have these big characters that are like wildly stronger than your 3 or 4 threats, and yeah, that's part of this game. So, yes, you do need like, and I think when I ducked out is when we were talking about how you need to have things in your list to prepare for those things.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if you don't have an anti-Hulk or an anti-Malekith tool, yes, when you run into those things, you're going to have trouble. That's why you should have an answer to those things.
So then from there, we moved on to if you're going to casual night, maybe just bring the one piece in your roster that like you're not super sure about and try to get some reps with them to see how that goes. And then from there, we went to like, well, what does everyone want out of a game of MCP?
Comes back to why are you playing that and defining your goals
Yeah.
of like that's really all this whole entire conversation can be summed up as is
That's what it is. It's over here.
defining your goal of the game, defining your goal of the roster, all that type of stuff. If you could define that, then why aren't you having fun?
Oh, I mean, that's a existential question for sure. Why aren't we having fun with our daily lives?
That's
I
on you
can't-
at
I-
that point.
That's a
Honestly,
hey, bro.
Why aren't you having
Honestly.
fun?
Yeah.
No, I'm curious though. If you are playing your list with the goals that you have intended,
Yeah.
are you having fun with MCP lately? I say, yeah, when I'm playing my X-Force list, which the goals I have set out for it, yeah, I have fun. Whether I win or lose, I'm still progressing towards my end state.
Also, like to double down on both of these questions, if you are not having fun fighting against the big boys of Marvel, try and notice what happens when you play those characters and what makes you upset when you're playing those characters. Because there are like, they're the Pyros and the Helioses of the world. that are low threat characters that even if they're not holding objectives, command a significant amount of attention on the board. And then, so if you're not having fun playing against those characters, why don't you try nuking one out of existence and looking your opponent's face when you do that? Because
So, like,
let me tell you,
What is fun? What is fun in MCP?
yeah, what
right?
are you like? What makes you happy?
What is fun in this game? I
Playing-
really love
playing-
killing stuff.
Playing
Yeah,
the
it's
game,
fun.
like just playing the game in general. Like my wife says that I am most happy after I like get done playing a game, and she's like, "Why aren't you this happy all the time?" And I'm like, "Cause I enjoy playing games."
Like I am. I am the same all the time.
Yeah, no, it's really funny though, because she's like, she said it last night after I played against Sooner, and
I
she was just
especially
like,
happy after I like work on the RV for like 6.5 hours.
but she very much is just like you always seem like so much happy, like so much more happier, like right after you played a game. And I'm like, that's kind of a good thing, isn't it? I guess the point of like
Especially-
playing.
are
especially if
fun.
you win. Especially if you win, right?
I lost, so
Oh, all right. Hey,
but-
that's great. Yeah.
but it's like I like
Oh yeah. What was Sooner playing?
he was playing. It was Chatterpoint.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It wasn't fun.
I
Oh
didn't
man.
hear it. Oh no, the Reverend's here.
The Reverend is here, says now we can start. Stop people's fun.
There we go.
Max.
So, all right, let's do it. What is fun? What is fun in MCP? Let's start right now. What
I
is
know
the most
Ben-
fun thing in MCP?
I know if the Reverend were to answer this right now, he would say slapping
Slaps.
people.
You know,
Slaps.
I like throwing buildings at people.
Throwing buildings is very fun.
Yeah,
Desert-
Playing
saying like I'm gonna
X-Force.
throw this train at you or something. That shit rules. It makes me very happy.
Playing X-Force and characters that are X-Force.
That's pretty cool. I love moving people from where they wanted to be. That's fun for me.
Yeah.
Crap, that's not fun for them. So,
Well, I don't care. Their problem.
Wow. I see what you did there. You really set us up for that one. That's a real big switch hit right there. Anyways, you say it's not fun for them, but
it's not
like
fun ending. It's not fun starting your turn where you didn't end it.
Is it though? That's part of the game.
It is that. So this is a strategery versus tactical difference.
Technical, he says.
Tactical.
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 Testicle. It's a testicle difference, right? But like, it's a tactical versus strategic difference.
Okay.
So like,
no.
GR.
Let's go back to all the feel bads of MCP, right?
Oh, I thought we were talking about what's fun in MCP.
No.
Now we're talking about what's not fun.
But no, you kind of went on this. So we had.
Did I?
You,
All
yes,
I did
you-
was say
you're-
that it's not fun to start your turn where you didn't end it. That's all I
But
said.
Did
why?
I do that?
But you're playing against a list that is built around that as its core concept. And if you're
Golly, why is it that? Why? What thematic theme is the core concept of my opponent not starting where
Thanos-
he ended?
Thanos is absolute control of existence.
It's control, right? It's Thanos. It's Wakanda. It's Web
Let's
Warriors.
let's
It's a
let's
lot of different
compare.
things.
Okay, so how
It's a
about
lot of
this?
things.
Let's talk about this real quick. Let me throw another
Okay.
curveball at you. I don't think Hyper has, but you and I have played Magic.
I play Magic.
Why? Okay,
Magic
here we go.
last
Perfect then. Perfect. Okay, why do people still play against blue decks when it's nothing but control?
You have to like keep going. I mean, like, are we playing in an event or am I at my friend's house? Because if I'm at my friend's house and I don't want to play against a blue deck, I'm like, cool, bro, that was fun. Let's like.
Okay,
have
but
a beer, a
Magic
couple of
has been
shots, and
going
have a
Magic
conversation for the next
Magic has been going on for
45
what, like
minutes.
how? No, it's been going on for about 45 years at least.
45. Ouch, that hurts me. That hurts me. No, it's more like it's maybe going on 30. It's maybe
Okay,
going
but
on 30.
okay, so it's been going on 30, and let's just make some comparisons.
All right.
Thanos is blue, Mal is red.
No, it's
What-
just like black
what
and
would you-
blue, which is
okay,
like
fine.
Yeah.
the worst
Okay,
thing.
fair. Okay, but we're looking at this example for a game that's gone on this long, and we
32
compare it.
years. Mackinac says 32 years.
We
It's always
compare it to this, right? And people still have fun going into it. Yes, they're gonna complain about it. Yes, they're gonna say this deck
right.
is busted.
Yeah.
But that's part of that's honestly that's just gaming.
This is conversation. This is what we do, right? It's not the
Yeah.
games we play, it's the people we meet on the way, right? Like that's like what all of this
Like,
is.
like
you're
why?
just, like, having
I don't
fun.
know.
Play
I
with your
feel.
friends.
I don't know. And we look back
Oh
at
my
War
God,
Machine.
so
I know you
what's
guys didn't play
fun?
War
What's
Machine.
fun? What's fun about MCP? Honestly,
What's fun
like,
about MCP? Playing the game. You
Playing the game,
you
sure.
spent money
hanging out with your friends.
and you're hanging out with friends, and you got out of the house,
Yeah, like whatever it is.
and you're like playing a game that you spent money on, and you're out. Like, why not just relish in that fact? Yes, your opponent just moved you 30 times over the course of the game when you didn't want to be moved.
You never once had priority because they had crazy priority manipulation, and their dice were perfect and yours were shit.
But there's okay, so we get all these negative things, right? So we have all these negatives.
It's still better than a lot.
Okay, but no, okay, no. In all
Look,
reality,
it could still be
though,
worse. You could have
I'm
still been
trying to
playing
make a
Magic
point
together,
here, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to make a point here, right? Okay, so you're going into all of this stuff, and you know what's going to happen because you've been bitching about it for a year now at this point, right?
I have.
So-
What are you talking about?
No,
Me?
no, no, no.
Like-
I'm talking about in general.
The general you.
I'm talking about in general.
Oh,
So-
the royal we.
The
royal,
person who
Alright,
sat down across from you and then complained about the fact that they got moved a bunch of times when they weren't planning on being moved. You're going into a list that you know is going to do this to you, and it comes back to your goal of the game. My goal of the game was to have fun and play this list, and I know that this is an aspect of this game. So like, why am I acting like it blindsided me?
Well, okay, so I think something that Crisis Protocol has as a casual game that other games might not have is that like there is this idea that maybe you wouldn't be here to win. You would be here to play Asgard. You would be here to play A-Force. You would be here.
We go
play
back to
Guardians
Mackinac
of the
point
Galaxy.
of that's not this game. Like honestly, like when's the last time you played a game where you
Tuesday.
didn't feel like okay, fair. I can't remember the last time I played a game of MCP where it didn't seem like both people were in it to win it.
Well, okay.
I can, dude. I do that shit all the time. Like, like competitive games are one thing, but like, this is at its core a fucking game that you play with your friends. I love playing silly ass games. You
It's a
know?
friend game.
Yeah, like playing
Okay,
like
but-
Double
okay,
Hulk
but
and
no,
whatever.
I understand. I understand that, but like,
Tuesday
what I'm
night,
saying
game store,
is,
like,
but
you're
no,
there,
what I'm saying though is like people go into it and expecting just to win
But like,
against anything.
does your local store is like an hour away?
Yeah, I never
like,
go to it.
That's a haul for you. That's a commitment for you.
Yeah.
But like, you show up there and you play in, like, pardon my French here, an inherently fair affiliation, and at least at this time. And so it's really easy to just like show up and like play anybody if you're in that situation. No one is going to be like, this MFer shows up, never comes to the store, isn't
This
a part of
fucking
our
guy's
meta.
playing X Force over
This
here.
I mean, to be
guy,
fair-
he
to be
brings
fair-
X Force.
No, to
into
be
our
fair,
meta.
that was like very much last year when I first started going to the store. Was when I was like, actually no, when I was doing it was Clapback, and then I transitioned over to Malekith.
Yeah.
Um,
So it all happened
and-
so fast. They're like,
yeah.
oh.
That was the first time I met Joey. Actually, was at that tournament. Was when I crushed him with Malekith.
Crushed, he says.
No, it was actually a really
Decimated
close
him.
game. He actually almost got me.
It's really easy to say that about games with Malekith, but they feel really bad on the other side of the table.
They really do. But
Yeah, when you
I
just like when you edge out a game, your opponent's like, "How the fuck? How is this still happening?"
You're like,
How is he
I beat
still
Malekith,
killing
it feels so good. And like, honestly, like everyone who plays against Malekith, when you get that win, you just need to just the sky opens up and just accept the sun rays that are shining on you, and like just run with it, and just let that be the highlight of the day or the week. That you're just like, yep, that was it. I beat Malekith.
Yeah.
I had no
I don't-
business beating Malekith, but I did it.
I think us as a community has really put Malekith, Thanos, and Hulk on a pedestal. And I think we just need to take a sledgehammer to that pedestal and come back to the question of this episode and why are you playing this?
I love that. I think we as a community have put 3 threat leaders on a pedestal, and we need to take the 3 threat leader and their 7 to 8 threat core that we put on the pedestal, and we just smash it and try something again.
All right, boys, who's gonna tell him that
There you go.
Malekith's the 7th threat leader and everyone loves him?
No. So is Star-Lord, so is Storm, so is Sam.
Yeah, I mean those
The
are
three
like
death
three of the
leader
best leaders in the
is a
game. They are
thing. It is a
extremely good.
thing,
Yeah,
and they are on a pedestal. Their cheap cores are on a pedestal. Are they good?
yeah.
Absolutely. Come on, I'm not insane.
You're not
I'm just
crazy. Yeah.
saying, like they're on a pedestal. Put them down. If our show is about trying to convince you to try something different, try something new, and like innovate,
Remove the pedestals.
take the pedestals out of the equation, right? So like here we are, and they're like, this is also a competitive podcast, so like it doesn't mean like don't ever play Malekith or a Hulk or a Thanos or like anything
No,
else.
I mean they still have their
like,
place.
yeah, like these things are great. They're great
I
pieces.
don't know. I think what it comes down to is one, removing the pedestal, and two, opening your horizon and stop getting sucked into what the community is saying to play. Play whatever you want to play.
Beat it. So like, if you think something's too good, try to build something to beat it, and then play against it.
And then your reason for why are you playing that is I'm trying to beat the meta.
Trying to beat that thing. Like I've literally brought lists to events. I don't care if I go 0-4. Like I'm here to beat the thing that's going to beat other people. Like I'm
Yeah,
just
you're
here to beat
counterpunching.
that.
You're like the guy who shows up at a fucking Street Fighter tournament playing Zangief to beat the one guy who's at the local scene and killing everybody. Yeah, I get you.
And I've gone 5-0, and I've gone like 1-3 with those lists because you're just like I'm just here to beat the thing that beats things. Like, that's why I'm here today. I'm gonna find out if this meta's busted. Give me a second. Or like
Honestly,
5 rounds
okay, so
in
let's
10 hours.
let's talk about. Okay, so Sam, like we got Nova in 3 months. 3 months now.
Yeah.
And this is like the big thing that I'm planning for. You're planning for NashCon right before it, but
Yeah.
it's same time frame.
Same time frame. Yep.
What is your goal of these two events?
My goal is to do as well as we can in the team tournament at Nova. That's like goal number 1 is team tournament. Goal number 2 is to figure out what I actually want to play at Nova. Goal number 3 is to play whatever I think beats the list that I want to play at Nova. And then goal number 4 is to play that list at Nova. One that like
Okay. My goal for Nova is do the best that I can with X-Force and have fun with my friends.
oh golly. Okay, so those are my real goals. Golly, except for the X-Force part. Like not the X-Force part.
But that's like honestly, like when I go to a convention, I want a repeat of the Rad Dad shenanigans.
I just want to have fun. Like honestly, like
Yeah.
that's my whole thing. Is like I don't go and like play these games for any other reason than to like
Well,
have
I mean-
no responsibilities and have as much fun as possible without going to
I
jail. Like it's
okay, so last
threat,
year,
without a threat of going to jail.
yeah.
Right?
Okay,
Like-
so last year, let me talk about this right here. The lowest amount of fun I ever had in MCP was prepping for Nova last year because I was playing a list over and over and over again and saying I'm gonna win Nova with this list.
I
And
feel
then I
like
got
the
to
last
Nova.
time you had that little bit of fun playing MCP, it was when you were prepping for NashCon like the year before that.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I went into these conventions with the mindset of I'm going to win this event with this list, and I kind of have
It's
changed
way
my.
too high a goal.
No, it's like, but it's like it is, especially with how much luck comes into it. It's like I now have come to like the mind state of I'm going to this convention to hang out with my friends, play some games, and have that con experience.
Yes, got that big con energy.
However, I am still trying to do the best that I can with X-Force. It's just I'm not
Absolutely.
putting that first place on a pedestal like these characters, right? Because if we take away the pedestal, there's no pressure. It's just do the best you can do.
I'm going to be in a bind when it comes time for Nova and NashCon because I really do like Guardians, and I have. I just like I played Guardians when people weren't sure they were really good.
I'm going to interrupt you right here. Okay, you made me a promise at the beginning of the year,
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
and you said you were going to be taking Black Order and Nova.
Ooh.
So that's part 2 of my statement here, and I said this on the last show, which is that like it's just really hard for me as a player of this game to be like, here's a thing that I think is like patently not as good as something else, and I'm going to choose to play that because I apparently made a promise to some people
A whole
to play
community.
Black Order again.
It's
But you
hard
love
to
Black
keep doing it.
Order.
Yeah. No, man. Like Black Order is great, but like, come
And
on. They
Nova.
have so many problems. I love them,
It
but
is-
come on.
It's not an advantaged affiliation, and Guardians is. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Like
Just play Black
the
Order
promise
Guardians.
that I made was to play Black Order in the team event, and that is a promise I can keep.
Okay.
By and
we're-
large, there might be
'cause
some
you-
Guardians in that roster that might wind up playing unaffiliated, and sometimes things are going to happen. And it's going to go like that. But like in general, absolutely,
not supposed to
it'll be
give
a
our
Black Order
plans.
roster that I will be playing. In the
Oh,
Nova
by the
team.
way, Joey ordered team shirts.
I'm
Like,
so excited for these jerseys. I'm so excited for the jerseys.
which I don't know if Joey's here right now or not. I don't know. But Joey, whenever you listen to this, let me know if you want me to send you money or just buy you beers at Nova. Like, anyways, I think we've gone on enough about this. I think it's.
I don't think we have. I think we're
Oh,
almost
go ahead,
there.
go ahead.
I
Okay,
think
go
we're
ahead.
almost there because
Okay.
the last part of the question. Okay, I understand my time is running short. I'd like to thank the committee. I would like to get back to the moment at hand, which is to state why are you running that? And now I'm talking about Frank Castle, or Cable, or Immortal Hulk, or Blade. Or
Wow, we both said it. Okay.
I mean, like, or Storm, or let's be honest here, Cyclops.
What
Like,
got you into this game?
Why are you running? Yeah, right. That's a great question. What got you into this game?
The fact that I could play Marvel superheroes in a board game, like a tabletop miniatures
Yeah.
game based on Marvel. Like what? Like that's what got me into this game. I was instantly just like, I'm playing my heroes of my childhood.
There you go. I wanted to play Thanos. I was like, oh, it was the same thing for me, and it was like, wait, there's a Thanos in this game?
You know what? This episode has reinvigorated me.
Oh my god, it's all happening now.
It's all happening. I want to play X Force with Ghost Rider now.
Wait, what? How did we wind up here? Like,
Well, I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about the entire episode, and I'm like,
yeah,
you know,
you big Donny Cates fan? You like the Cosmic Ghost Rider? You've been like,
can't-
hey,
you can't
Cosmic
take
Ghost Rider's
that
my
from
boy.
me.
okay. To be fair,
Been my line for so long.
when somebody asks a
Yeah,
question,
so the boomers are reinvigorated.
when when somebody asked a Cosmic Ghost Rider question of how he's in Black Order, who was the first person to answer with a logical answer?
Probably all of us.
Not
if
me,
I-
I
because
was.
I don't believe it makes any sense for him to be in Black Order, but I will accept
He
it.
worked for Thanos for longer than Corvus.
That does not make you a part of the Black Order.
Why
we're
not?
Snippets
The
of
guy
characters in
who-
time. There's no
All
old
right.
man Thanos where he's
All
like,
right,
welcome
okay.
to the Black Order. This is my dude right here.
All right, let's
What
go
are you
ahead.
Cosmic Herald.
He's
All right,
the
all right,
black
all right,
right
all
hand.
right.
What are you
All right,
talking
real,
about?
real
No,
quick. Okay,
It's
guys.
not Black
Okay.
Order. It's not Black Order.
Okay.
As
Shh.
all things should be.
It's not Black Order.
Okay. So
Okay.
let's go
Not
ahead
my
and
Black
do.
Order.
Let's do this because I know Hyper wants to do this.
It's some boomerang
Sam.
stuff, but it's not Black Order.
Sam, you know what we're gonna
Hey.
do? We're gonna play the Y game,
Oh,
and we're gonna ask Hyper why you should be playing Cosmic Ghost Rider. Oh, you know what? Let's do why you should not play Cosmic Ghost Rider.
well, I could do that.
No, what we
Why you
should
should
do
not
is
play him?
Hyper. Why are you playing Cosmic Ghost Rider and Guardians of the Galaxy?
There you go.
Okay, so the Donny Cates thing, not gonna lie, actually a big reason why. He is very funny and very cool in that series.
Why?
Because he plays off Beta Ray Bill so well. He's the what's the word I'm looking for? He's not the bad cop, but he's like the surly, like seen it all, like oh, you're whatever, Asgardian horse. I've seen everything ever. And Bill's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you. I cannot
Why?
wait. Why? Because Frank Castle's a smarmy little shit, and he needs to get his teeth kicked in. And that's a great part of his character. It's so fucking funny. They play we have the honorable warrior and the guy who's like made out of cosmic snot, you know?
He's
Why?
okay with having his teeth kicked in.
Yeah, he's like, I can do that and keep coming back for more. Why again? That's a good question. Why again?
Well,
What was the why for? I forget.
I forget too.
Okay, good. I
what
win.
about the rest of the Guardians?
I mean, Star
Why are
Lord
you
is what
playing
Star Lord is.
Guardians?
I'm playing Star Lord because he's like you have to play him. I'm not gonna pretend that I like Star Lord very much.
Why do you have
But
to
he
play
has
Star-Lord?
But he brings winning to tokens.
He has leadership
Oh.
rocks. Yeah, he's
I mean,
a three
yeah,
threat.
okay.
He
So
can, like he's a good back point
his
sitter.
leadership rocks.
Yeah,
his
he's leadership.
rocks.
And he's like he's
Good enough.
functionally very good in this game. He's like a slightly worse but more
He's-
damaging
He's
Sam.
a 3-threat leader, so why wouldn't he be good? So now you're at 9 points. What about the rest of the Guardians? Who's your next ad for your Guardians
well,
team?
no, I'm at 13 points because I have Bill in there. That's not even in question.
Ah, okay. So Bill's the next
So
one.
why
you got
why
13
Bill?
now.
Why Bill?
First of all, because he's affiliated. Second of all, because he's basically the Hulk for less threat. He can throw size fours, which is one of my favorite things to do in this game. He hits decently hard. He's not exactly a hard hitter, but he hits decently hard. He shoots lightning, which is very cool. I don't think that's even like a deniable thing. What else is cool about Bill?
He's got rerolls.
He has rerolls inherently, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys fight.
And I like tanky characters. So he's tanky, he's hard to stop, he's not rewarding to attack, and he can throw anything that matters in this game because we don't talk about Sentinels. So there's really no reason for me not to play Bill. He hits all my boxes.
Okay.
So why add Cosmic Ghost Rider?
Because having a high threat character is good for Guardians. You don't
Why
always
not
need one.
Thanos?
Why not Thanos? Because I personally don't think Thanos is currently worth what he costs.
Why?
Because I think Brace is the best card in the game, and I think Follow
Why?
Me Synergize. Brace is the best card in the game because saying no to a huge damaging effect is a massive motherfucking deal. If you can just turn off one of the biggest parts of this game, like you can just say no,
Once.
I actually don't take damage once per
Once.
game. When there's only but there's only like one size 4 on the table most of the time. That is a colossal deal.
But why Cosmic Ghost Rider?
Oh, he makes killing easier. He sets things on fire. He's very good at killing himself. He makes it disadvantageous to kill my people. So like Bill, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Winter Soldier, you put Bill on the front line, and if they manage to kill Bill, which is not easy, they get ripped apart by 14 dice. Yeah.
Why?
Donny
Would-
Cates.
Donny Cates, yeah, he's a cool
Okay.
guy.
Fair enough. I accept that. All right, you guys ready for some listener questions?
Yeah.
Let's do it up.
All right, let me find this. I'm in the wrong Discord. That's why. Listener questions. I gotta find the spot where we left off last because people like talking here. Oh god.
Questions.
Let's go. That's
it.
me.
I typed everyone. I did it.
All right. What from Funky White Boy? What do you guys think of instead of character count for roster, point threat, point total count? Also, cards like Inspiring Monologue became a reactive that at the start of what?
Do you have a stroke? What's going on?
I did.
Okay, I'm trying to understand. Let me try to. Okay, I'm gonna go to a different question first, and I'll try to read this. Way you guys answer this one. All right.
Question 1 again.
From Big Al. Do
Hi,
you
Big Al.
think? I'm paraphrasing here. Do you think characters would stick around longer if there were 3 sides to the card?
That's an incredibly stupid
does
question.
math work?
Yeah, that
Yes.
is one of like no offense to whoever you are, but that is like a remarkably dumb question. Like what?
Big Al's
Would
great.
would
Don't
they
say that
stay
about
around?
Big Al.
Okay, Big Al, I love you, but if they could daze twice,
Big Al, I
think
love
about
you, but you're bringing me down.
yeah, Hulk has 20. Hulk has 20 health, and it's like not impossible to kill him.
I mean, that's
Dazing it-
Shatterpoint. If we're adding another side to these things, we're talking about Shatterpoint primaries. Like if we're
They have
honest.
3 sides.
The primaries do.
They don't
It's all
have
one
change. Their
side?
sides don't change. It's all one side,
Yeah,
but they
it's
have
all one
3
side.
dazes, except for Maul.
But all your superpowers cost more.
Does Maul have more?
Every time you flip, all
He's
your
got less.
superpowers cost more.
Why does
Maul
Maul
is
have
Hulk.
less?
Maul is Hulk.
Oh, that's cool. Good for him. Oh yeah, I don't like that's a I don't know. I'm confused
Yes,
by your question. I'm not gonna
characters
say you're
would
dumb. I'm
stick
sorry I
around
said you're
more.
dumb. You're not dumb.
I don't know if that's what we need. I don't know if that's what the game needs. Maybe it's what the game needs. But it doesn't need that for characters like Malekith and Hulk.
Well, I think-
It
I mean,
needs
no,
that
like
for-
no one
I
gets
think
tabled in
they're-
this game, right? Like
No,
tabling doesn't happen.
Honestly, I think their point is the fact that we keep talking about time to
Yeah,
kill,
it does
or rather,
happen.
I talk about time to kill.
Tabling happens right now. Tabling happens a lot more than it used to.
Yeah, because time to kill shorter.
Well, no, it
Um,
doesn't. It happens less because people can score out. I feel like
No, people just concede.
Oh, that's different than tabling, though.
Sure, but there's like there are more tablings now than there were early in the game, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay. Regardless, Big Al, to your question, yes, if you were 3 sides to a card, characters would stick around longer
Yes,
because they'd have a third side of the card.
'Cause there's
That
literally
being
more
said,
cards.
I don't think it would be good for the game because the game is not designed around 3 sides to a card.
No,
I think this is the biggest thing you got to think about
that's
when it
ground up.
comes to
That's a
questions
ground up
like
thing.
this is what are the core mechanics of this game? And that is a healthy side and injured side, and everything else is common. I'm really blinking right now. But I do think though we could eventually maybe see a character that maybe has 3 phases
Shut your mouth. Why?
Yeah,
Because
I
they're-
mean, we already have Immortal.
because there's characters that come out that break rules all the time. So if it breaks a core mechanic
Who
of the
deserves
game,
a third size?
Apocalypse.
What?
No, Thanos.
Yeah,
That's fair. I can see Thanos.
Thanos like legit deserves. a
doesn't
third
die.
size.
Yeah,
I mean, Apocalypse doesn't die either, but
Apocalypse dies. He comes back in 40 years to a century.
Fair.
How long are your MCP games?
He doesn't. He doesn't.
tired.
he doesn't die. He goes to sleep.
Odin. There you go. There's another one, right?
That'd be a
He
good one,
could-
yeah.
He could have 3 sides.
But then you just end up having a rule that says this character. cannot
OG
be KO'd.
Wolverine. OG Wolverine probably deserves 3 sides.
But it's like you just have a rule that says this character cannot be KO'd.
Boom.
It would be dazed again instead of being KO'd.
I mean, you could do things so that the sides of the character mattered more, right? So
Like Goblin.
like maybe you like so instead of
yeah.
being like,
More diverse, like Goblin. I see what you're saying.
yeah, like Wolverine, OG Wolverine and Goblin, where like they have a thing on their other side.
I wish they
And then you
explored
flip
that
back and
more.
They're like, oh,
Yeah.
now we're back to like being mediocre, right? So it's like mediocre
No.
side A, and then like great side B, and then like mediocre side C. Like, okay, like that's interesting.
Almost now you're talking about character point and stance cards. But
I am not.
all right, let's get back to Funky White Boy's question. So I think there's 2 questions here.
All right.
So I think the first question is this: what you guys think of instead of a character count for rosters, point threat for point total count? So let's say instead of characters, you have basically a point cost for your characters, so what you can include in your roster. I think that's a complete rework of the
It's
game.
just a different game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable talking about how I think the game would be made better. I feel like a lot of the things that we bring up very quickly surface other or new issues from the things that we talk about, and it's not that like there's no point in talking about it. It's that like we're not
designers, yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
we're not developing the game. We're not giving designer feedback. And so like being like, yeah, that would be this. Like it's like, oh, I could say X, Y, and Z, but then like Hyper could be like, well, but A, B, C, and then Diz would be like, well, yeah, but there's also like D, E, and F, and I'd be like, well, don't forget about M and O P. Like,
And Z. All
yeah.
right.
And like it just
The last question we got in Discord is from Joey. What would be your first Splash character to add to Midnight Suns?
Probably
And what
Bill.
is? I don't know. Bill's actually pretty good for Suns.
Yeah, he's probably number 1 in my mind.
Oh, best. I was already looking at the second question. Yeah, I would say Bill because 1, he can bump and interact. He's hella but better.
he's
And
Bella.
everybody used you see Bella.
He's Bella the Bond. Yeah,
magic.
Wow.
Bella the Ball. There we go.
Bella the ball. Okay.
I think Magic has play. She's not a turn 1 character, but she kind of doubles down on what Blade is bringing, which we complained about early on. But at the same time, if you have more of that, like maybe it gets a little better.
Is it?
Maybe. And
I don't know.
also,
I'm
Probably,
on-
like they kind
I'm
of
with
need
Hyper.
some. They need some front line, and that
Yeah.
provides it.
Bill.
she spends power. She spends power well. You can adding a bump to what she's already doing gives you even more control over where she's at on the table. And you are bringing, especially if you're already bringing Bill or an original Ghost Rider, or maybe even a Cosmic Ghost Rider, you are already bringing characters that are immune to incinerate, and so she can
No,
help. push things on the board.
I honestly think it's Bill because you just run Blade Voodoo Bill as your
Yeah,
core.
but you already took Bill, so like, what do I have? What do I have to offer?
You can say Bill
Like,
too.
No, well, I agree with Bill. I'm just saying, hey, think about magic
Okay.
as well.
Okay,
Innovation.
fine.
We're here for
If
innovation.
I were to add Psylocke, because because she's Blade 2.0. Like honestly, let's think about it. Like honestly, let's think about it. If you
I mean,
took
she has better
Blade,
Blade. Yeah, you're not
like
wrong.
if you took Blade's
my
picture
goodness.
and put it on Psylocke's card, it would
Oh,
make sense
God.
if you added Bleed.
I'm 100% like Wolverine looking at Psylocke picture like Blade right now. Like, just
Oh
like,
yeah, ouch.
But tell me I'm wrong though. Like, cause like,
no,
like
I
could,
cannot.
yeah, I like Psylocke's actually.
She
better
doesn't have a
Blade.
leadership.
Got him.
True. All right. Second part of this question: what is your least likely Midnight Suns affiliated character to add? I want to go first.
Okay.
Honestly, Immortal Hulk.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Wait,
I mean,
this
like
is
I
what's
don't
already
know.
there? We're talking about what's already there because
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
in affiliation? I mean,
Elsa
like,
Bloodstone.
No, he said no.
He's saying,
He's saying
who's the character in the game that you would be least likely to play?
That's a
who's
really
affiliated?
weird question.
I honestly, it's either Immortal or it's Blade.
Wow, look at that. I'm sweating.
you're sweating. That's why you don't wear gray shirts at cons.
No, and also, I mean, you made me turn my fan off. So
That's fair. I in all honesty, I think Immortal Hulk has a place. I don't like him. And then if
because they belong in
I
the Suns, like,
I
come
don't
on,
yeah I don't like Iron Fist and Suns either. Like Iron Fist is good for Suns, but I don't like playing Iron Fist and Suns because in my head, Iron Fist is not a Midnight Sun. I don't.
He wasn't
Frank.
that the like my favorite Suns arc, but yeah,
He's
I see
like
what you're
he's
saying.
got one arc in Midnight Suns. Like I would have much
That's
rather
more than Black Cat.
Frank.
Fair.
Yeah, I would have like Frank would have been sick in Suns.
Frank should have been a Midnight Sun. I wish Frank was
For
a
sure.
Midnight Sun. Okay, what about this? What if CGR comes out and he's got Midnight Sun on his tag?
That'd be stupid.
It would, but-
it would make negative sense.
I still think you play him in
I think you would.
Guardians.
Oh,
Oh,
for
fair.
sure. Yeah.
Or if
All
you're
right.
a madman like me, you play him in Black Order.
All right. Rev in the chat.
I don't think that's crazy. I think Black Order has some gas with him.
No,
We gotta-
well, it goes back to my statement early on, which is if you can abuse one or more of his
abuse
thingamabobbers,
all of them.
go for it. Nah, it's not all of them. You don't have the width. You don't have the width to make it matter. But I mean,
All right.
Bucky, Thanos, Ghost Rider feels interesting to me.
Okay.
That's
Here's
straightforward.
I got a fun question from Ben. Peanut Gallery question. What affiliation yet to be created would you leave your current favorite for, and why is it Wrecking Crew?
Stop yourself, Wrecking Crew. What?
Wrecking Crew.
Okay,
Oh
no,
my
okay.
God.
First of all, Ben, I know you're lying because we've had this conversation, and for you, it is 100% Excalibur.
Ooh. Well, Nightcrawler's coming, right? Like,
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Theoretically, yeah.
He says that's true. All right,
Still,
Sam.
though, like,
Sam, if you could have one affiliation added to the game,
Hyper's first.
Okay.
He never
One
shows up. He's
affiliation
here
added to
tonight.
the game.
that you would leave your
what,
favorite
What is
for.
your like? I would
Oh
play
fuck.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
Nope. I would play that.
I would play the Warbound in a heartbeat. Hulk's crew from Planet Hulk, like Korg, Heroim, Brood, Meek. I would play that squad in a fucking heartbeat, no doubt.
Honestly, how is Meek and Korg not in the game yet?
For real, yeah. And like, can we? And I know it's probably because they're wrestling with Marvel over like the MCU or not
Yeah.
conversation, if anything, if it's even come up. And like, if you give me Taika Korg, I will be so sad. I don't know. Marvel Snap, which I did start playing recently. We can rap about that a bit after the show.
Sorry.
That version,
Hours.
they put real Korg in there, so it gives me some hope.
Okay.
It'll also give us, hey, hold on, it's Pride Month, so Heroim and Korg are canonically gay as hell, so put those boys in the game.
All right. Holy Mackinac
All right.
says Marauders.
No, what's
For
yours?
me,
What's yours?
for
Yeah.
me, Apocalypse for Horsemen, 100%.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
What is it about that makes you just be like, all right, I would do this?
Apocalypse, so the Four Horsemen line when Gambit is
Yeah.
death is by far my favorite Marvel line in the entire Marvel universe.
Just
So,
hands
like,
down.
Hands down. If Apocalypse came out, and this is my vision for Apocalypse. Apocalypse comes out and Four Horsemen works similar to Infinity Gems, where you get to attach four to certain characters.
Okay.
I would 100% just because I would play Apocalypse and Gambit as Death, regardless of how good or bad it was, every single game.
All right.
In your envisioning of this, do you have to have the Horseman be a canonical Horseman? Like, does it have to be one of the affiliated characters?
I think that wouldn't be good for the game, but it would be better for a theme.
Why wouldn't that be good for the game?
Pick whoever.
If you could
'Cause
give it to
you can
literally
just pick
anyone,
whatever.
that'd
You'd
be
be like,
scary.
"Oh,
as fuck.
Because
my second favorite villain of all time is Mulligan.
I think it
Then I
has
get
a
Black Widow and Okoye,
I think
the other thing.
I think it's very much going to be like Infinity Gems, where it's like it adds a point cost to them, so you couldn't do something like
Like
Malekith.
Toad,
Okay.
Bullseye, Black Widow.
Yeah,
But
the Horseman of the Apocalypse.
But it's very much, in my opinion, like I think it's against AMG's philosophy of the game. And this is me guessing. I don't know what their philosophy of the game is.
Sure.
But like they very much got on to say they want you to play whatever you want to play. So it would be very much against that if you limited to like this must be one of these characters.
Okay, that's fair.
Like Death can only be Gambit, or I think Wolverine was at one point, Archangel.
Okay, all right.
Like it has like I don't think that's good
That
for
would
the
make
game.
you stop playing X Force.
Yeah, honestly, if Apocalypse and the Four Horsemen came out like tomorrow, I would 100% break my Nova list and go play that.
Okay. Thunderbolts.
Ooh. Big.
Honestly, that
give me
was like
some
what I was
Zemo.
thinking about at first,
Give me-
and then I was like, no, I want to play APOC. Thunderbolts is
for me.
so good. I want Thunderbolts so bad in this game. I
I
have
would-
been saying
I would love
Thunderbolts
Thunderbolts.
since the first post I saw where the guy was like, "What's your wish list?" I was like, "Give me Thunderbolts."
I would love for them to have like some kind of like crazy leadership where it's like you have like a spectrum, right? From
Yeah.
like being like good to bad, where like as many points as you had on something, you would get a bonus for the game. So you'd be like, all right, like we're good guys right now, so we get this. Like, oh no, like we're not the good guys. We're pretending to be the good guys. So we got
Either that or Dark Avengers. Dark Avengers would be fun too.
Dude, I want to see Dakin in this game so bad. I was reading up on Dakin again recently, and that character is so fun.
Honestly,
schnucked.
Dakin might be one of the best like Wolverine people ever. I was like,
Oh, like as far as Wolverine clones, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He like is.
well, he's actually
insanely cool.
he's not a clone. He's a son.
Well, sure,
so-
whatever. But like the Wolverine like not
Line.
Wolverine guys, yeah, he's
Yeah.
sick as hell. He's awesome.
Plus, he almost kills Wolverine. So that's
He almost
something.
kills everyone, man. He almost
Yeah.
cut Spider-Man's head off. It was crazy. He's like, yeah, my pheromones, they
He
do
likes
something.
he likes Gabby, so I mean I'm here for him.
I'd love to see some AOA versions of characters. AOA. What am I thinking of? What's AOA?
AOA Nightcrawler for sure.
Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, like I have been asking for Apocalypse since
Snippets.
X-Men came out. Like Apocalypse is probably my favorite villain ever.
He's a good villain. He's good in Snap.
Yeah,
I can say
love
that now.
Apocalypse. He's okay in Snap.
Hey, discard. I am only like whatever collection level 300. So for me, he's great.
All right. Do we have any other questions for the Peanut Gallery? Holy Mac and I know you've been hanging out. You got a question for us? I'm enjoying the moment. We've had a good cast. I think we got in the feels. I think.
Why are you playing that?
Why are you playing that?
Because I want to. Jeez, come on.
Just to build off of what was said. I'm gonna read what Mike and I says here. Type faster.
You're assuming he's still typing.
How can we? Okay, here we go. Okay, so just to build off of what was said, how can we encourage innovation in others? I think it comes down to what we said, and that's breaking the pedestal. Like I don't know how you do that quite yet, but I think that's what we as a community need to do is break those pedestals.
Try to beat stuff that's good. Build stuff to beat stuff that you know is good.
Yeah,
And
just
then
play
figure out
X-Force.
what you can do to bring that into whatever you want to play.
Question 2: why do you love me so much more than Sam? I don't know, Sam. Why do you love me so much more than Sam?
Wow, I'm so hurt, like inadvertently right now. I love both of you. This is like why our mom and dad fighting.
Truly.
Like I'm old enough to make the decision between mom and dad, but when you guys get divorced, like don't make me choose. Like for
Why do
real.
you love
Like,
me so
What a good
much more
Father's
than
Day
Sam?
vibe, dude. I swear.
who has the bigger house? Like that's where I want to stay.
I have an RV.
Ooh, sounds like the Reverend. Sounds like I'm staying with the Reverend.
But I can go anywhere.
Yeah, but like upstate New York is like a nice place. Sorry to dox you, Reverend. I'm just, saying things.
I don't think he cares. I think he says where he's from all the time.
The house travels. He says his house travels. It's true, but it's
No.
that means
it's
it
small.
smells like them. It
Does it
smells
though?
like them.
It actually, right now,
even
honestly,
if you don't have a smell, it still smells like you. That's
honestly,
the thing I have
right
learned about
now,
life as
it
an
smells like
adult.
construction glue and
Sure.
paint.
Yeah, that's not going to change, right? So like from there, it stays there for a long
It'll probably
time.
turn
And
into
then
smelling like fart.
It turns into your smell.
It'll
And, like,
probably
what's your
smell like fart.
Hey, maybe it's like nothing.
Fart.
And if it's nothing, then like literally it'll smell like paint and glue for a
Okay,
long
holy
time.
Mackinac, what 3-point leader do you want for X-Force and why is it Cannonball?
That's funny. I want Phantom X.
That'd be
Phantom
sick.
X is not a leader, number one.
He could be. I'm just
No,
saying.
he can't. He never was a leader.
No, he can be. though.
Honestly, like Psylocke
Beast-
not being a
Beast-
leader
Beast.
was a huge miss. But if I could pick a
Cypher.
3-point leader, it would 100% be Dark Beast.
It's not even
Ooh.
Dark Beast, just CIA Beast, right?
Yeah, just regular
No,
beast.
it's- no,
oh,
no,
my
it's-
man, you've been reading that shit too? My fucking guy. My
I mean-
fucking guy.
I 100% want Dark Beast in the game because Dark Beast will be just a savage.
Dude, current beast is a fucking animal. They can just do
He's
modern,
so
like
great.
Krakoa beast. He's
There's like
insane.
Grant
However-
Morrison Beast where he's like, I'm getting woke before woke was a thing, and there's modern
However-
Beast now where he's like, hold on, I'm the fucking CIA, watch out.
Honestly, though, like if Beast was to be the X-Force leader, he'd probably be a 4 threat. I don't see him being a 3 threat.
No, why? He's just a 3-set. Just take the wild off and he's fine. You'd be like, this is the leader. He's this. Give him a leadership ability. Take the wild off.
I would love
His
Beast as a
ability.
leader for X-Force. I would be 100% okay
God,
with
it'd be
that.
great. Oh, Ben, real question for Sam. Who else can they add to the Black Order? Nebula, Gamora,
Which they should have done from the beginning.
and I don't know. Apparently, the bar is much lower than I thought it was.
Yeah, they could have added
Now
a
that
Immortal
we
Hulk
got,
based
like,
on the Donny Cates
CGR,
storyline.
right? Like, yeah, you could bring a Hulk in. Maybe it's not Immortal Hulk, but it's a Hulk.
Well, no,
I
that,
would
that
take
was
a-
the
an
version of Hulk.
affiliated
Like in,
system.
What about,
in Thanos'
Is
Ends,
it?
it was immortal.
Is it
Yeah,
though?
because he's alive after a gajillion years.
That's fair.
Oh,
That's fair.
What
That's
is God? Isn't there the other like actual Black Order member that
fair.
I haven't done yet?
So there is a whole group
God,
of people.
who
So right
is it?
before that whole like storyline where Cosmic Ghost Rider becomes Black Order, there's a storyline where it's like Nebula and like random dude who got the Reality Stone at some point. He's just like the Savage or the Warrior or something. He's like
According-
one of the most generic
Okay,
like,
okay,
characters I've
All right.
ever seen before.
okay. So according to Wikipedia,
Yeah.
Thanos' first version of Black Order was Dwarf, Corvus, Ebony,
Okay.
Proxima, and
Okay.
Supergiant.
That's correct. That's from Infinity.
And then Corvus's version was Corvus
Yeah.
and Coven.
Coven.
A trio of 3 unnamed witches following Corvus Glaive's death, the Coven remained allied with
Oh,
Thanos.
The
Oh,
Coven
it's
is
yeah.
super bad,
It's
actually.
they're the
Coven's
fucking
super bad.
that's the God Quarry folks, right?
Yeah.
That's where Thanos goes to like.
That's where he
open up
becomes
the
modern
storyline
Thanos,
that
yeah.
takes us to CGR,
And
like
then
being theoretically Black Order affiliate.
Thanos'
same
second
storyline.
version was Thanos, Proxima, and Black Swan. And then you have Challenger's version of Black Order.
It's
it?
Challenger. No, it's Challenger. The Challenger's the dude. He's the next dude. I don't know
Which-
about like giving him a Black Order thing. He's the guy. Though. He's the
Yeah,
guy that
I
gets
do
the
like
Reality
Challenger.
Stone
He is
that
cool.
I'm talking about.
But he's the only other one here. So the only other people that are here
What's
in
his Black
Wikipedia,
Order? Is Nebula
his
in it?
his Black Order is Dwarf, Swan, Corvus, Ebony, Proxima, and Supergiant. So really, if we just got Challenger with a leadership, that would be a whole new Black Order.
Sure, whatever. Just add
me see
Nebula.
what-
We'll be fine.
Let me see. Marvel
I'll take Gamora for what it's worth, and I'll take Challenger as a new leader.
Honestly,
Like,
in my opinion, Gamora and okay, so Cole Obsidian, Black Dwarf. This is MCU. That's why.
Yeah, you said Cull Obsidian. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Black Order. Let me
That's what
see.
they call themselves. To be fair,
One
Where
time.
is it?
that's all it takes.
The Black Order. Well, this is funny. The Black Order, also known as the Cole Obsidian.
Ooh.
No, because it was one time.
But they said it, so it's
They did
true.
say it. You're not wrong.
So cool. So they call us this, so we call ourselves this. Like,
Okay, according
You can give
to
yourself your own nickname, but fine.
according to Marvel.com, the only members of Black Order is Thanos, Ma, Corvus, Proxima, Dwarf, and Supergiant.
That's not wrong. I might have written the Wikipedia article. Just saying.
Yeah.
There's one picture here though that has a dude that looks like a human.
Okay.
It might be the Collector. No, sorry.
That's not
the
Collector.
No, it's
Challenger?
somebody else. It's not Challenger. Challenger's got like red hair. He's got like red hair and a beard.
Okay, so in this picture, it's got Thanos, Proxima, Swan, Corvus, this dude that actually looks like Namor.
He was part of the Cabal.
No, this picture is. Let me send this picture to you guys. It's actually kind of interesting.
Right. Sorry, you're testing me now.
This is totally after hours, but
Oh, are we
Not
done?
though.
Yeah, I
This is
guess
like
so.
the actual podcast. So
yeah.
good night.
Okay. Anyway, with that being said, thank you for listening to us. We have been the Rogue Agents. Let me double check to make sure there's no more questions in Twitch. No. Okay. We have been the Rogue Agents, and you have been listeners who will break the pedestals. Good night.
There we go. I like that.
I totally forgot to do the outro. I just hit end. Anyways, so I sent you the picture.
Grandmaster.
Is that Grandmaster?
The Challenger became the Grandmaster, so he's actually not the dude I was talking about.
That's actually interesting.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. I need to go potty real quick. Sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, if we're off, I'll hang out for a bit. We can chat more.
Okay.
I'm back.
I'm back as well.
back.
We're back. Okay, let's see. I'm really curious, though. Let's see. All right.
Why are we talking still? Like,
Why are we still talking?
You had something you wanted to say.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Black Order members.
Oh, yeah.
Black Dwarf, Black
talking
Swan,
about that.
Corvus Glaive. Yeah, like nothing ever includes anybody else other than the 4-5.
yeah, it's a small thing. Like it's just is what it is. Wait, the Reverend 8-1 at ACO. What did you play? What
Wait,
did you
Brotherhood.
do? How'd you do? What did you win? Did you lose the final?
Okay, here's
8-1? That's
okay.
huge.
Sam, here's the challenger.
Brotherhood. Were you just like Mystique Senators all day? I played it 9 times.
Okay, so the Challenger.
I played it 9
Okay.
times.
Okay, Sam, here it is. The Challenger, as he is currently known, is one of the elders of the universe. He was originally the Grandmaster before
Right.
Endwigast. His close friend and fellow elder betrayed him and usurped his name, banished to the far
He's a
shore.
jerk. F this guy.
But no, he worked for Black Order. Like, this is actually on Marvel
He didn't actually
saying...
work for them. He hires them. Grandmaster
Yeah.
hires them.
Correct.
No, this is saying that he was actually part of Black Order.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. He's like, oh, I heard myself. It's crazy.
Oh my god.
I only played Mystique once, you jerk. Slap me.
Slap me. Oh.
I mean, I'm glad you played Magneto that much, or were you just playing leaderless? Like that's great. So you just played like Gamma and not Malekith? No, you play Malekith in Brotherhood, don't you dirty dog? You do.
You dirty dog.
He does. He does play Malekith in his Brotherhood.
Oh, by the way, Ben went 8-1 at
Oh my
at
goodness,
ACO.
Ben went 8-1 at ACO.
Yeah.
He didn't win though, did he?
No, he
What won?
lost.
What
He got
won
third.
ACO?
I think it was Malekith Hydra.
Oh, crazy! That's so nuts.
Break the pedestal.
Oh, you lost a mirror match on Senators? That's terrible.
He played his Mal once. Okay, Ben, you're here now. Let's. I'm actually gonna pull up TTS
No, Ben,
because
come into chat. Ben, come
Yeah,
into
Ben,
chat.
let's go into Discord.
Okay, I'll be right there. You don't need to record all this garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going over to Discord. We're here.
We made it. Are you still recording somehow?
We're on Twitch.
Okay, that's fine. As
But
long as
also-
it's somewhere.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull up TTS though because I want to like actually look at this Ghost Rider game.
Ben, come play in the lobby.
There he is. Kina slaps.
Ben, come in the lobby. You made it.
I'm in the lobby now. I'm in the lobby.
8-1 at ACO? Come on. Tell me
8-1.
about your run. Round 1. What do you do? Who are you?
Let me
Lose
pull it
in
up.
submarine, right?
Oh no. I didn't lose at all until the semis.
Oh, so your run's actually an 8-0 run.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It was. I lost to the sleeper agent Mal that I crushed the day before.
Ooh. Somebody learned
Like-
a lesson. That reminds me when I like beat Merzane and then lost to him like a minute later.
It was kind of infuriating. So I lost to Rob Reel, who's just a great guy. Love him to death.
Okay.
I played his Hydra Malekith on day 1 onto Researchers and Intrusions
Okay.
at 15 and beat him 16-4. Just mollywopped him. He turn 1 ferocitied my Magneto and did like 1 damage. I was like, well, GG, man. I'm gonna kick your ass now.
Terrible things to you, sir.
Yeah, it was glorious. But yeah, so I played we did the team
Okay.
tournament. I played some like really awful people, and it was
All right. So you listened to some part of this episode.
yeah.
I'm
I
assuming. Okay.
caught the tail end of it. Yeah.
All right. So why did you play that?
Why did you
Why
play
did you
that?
play? Why did you play that?
Why did I play my Magneto team?
Yeah. What? No, like just in general. Why did you play Brotherhood at ACO?
I-
Why did you play that?
I love Brotherhood. Like I said, when Magneto was announced,
Yeah.
before they showed his card, I said, no matter how bad this dude is, I'm going to play him. He's just
Okay.
my favorite character. And I
Oh,
still,
lucky you. He's not bad.
well, yeah, I got real lucky. He's,
God, don't you wish
Magneto
your
and-
favorite character was fucking Cable?
yeah, must suck, right? Suck to suck. My 2 favorite
Ooh.
characters, period, are
Okay.
Magneto and Colossus.
All right.
Um,
50-50
and I've
there. Good
tried
job.
I've tried to make Colossus work, and it
Did you
just
bring him? Did you bring Colossus to ACO?
I did not. No,
Oh.
I did not.
Okay. So
I
I got
used
really
to. I
excited
used
there
to.
for a second.
Ben gave
I
up on
felt,
Colossus.
I felt excited for a second. Now I'm not.
Yeah, dude. When he was on the Brotherhood, I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna make him work. Oh shit,
Fine.
this doesn't work at
Fine.
all.
Did you bring a Sabretooth?
I brought Apex. Yeah,
Did you bring Rogue?
I did.
Did you bring
I can tell you my.
Mystique?
Do you want my roster? Do you
I
want me to tell you
don't
the roster?
know. I just want to ask you random questions.
Oh, okay. Yes, I did bring Mystique.
Okay.
You want-
Do you
you
feel
want-
like anything else in your roster matters?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. One of the ones that people.
Sorry. Magneto? You brought Magneto. We know.
Yep.
Did you bring Juggernaut?
Yep.
Okay. Now, so I'll
Did
ask you
you
the same
bring-
question. Do you feel like anything else in your roster matters?
Yes.
Okay, what?
Yes. Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos.
I see.
It was so people. A lot of Brotherhood players are giving me shit about it. I'm like, hey, guess because I don't run Pyro. Pyro's not on my list.
Oh,
Pyro's not on my list, and I've lost too many games with that idiot needing to roll a wild and never rolling a wild on 8 dice.
Worked against me, Ben. It worked against me.
It did work against you.
It worked just fine against me.
Sleep now, sweet prince. Sleep. Yeah, that was. I think that was the last time it was successful. I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Sam, I think that was literally the last time.
That sounds about right for my karma. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that that's where we're at.
And then the other character who actually saw the most play besides Magneto was Dr. Voodoo. Because guess what? He's still broken as
Oh.
shit.
He's still good. He's still good.
He's still really good. So
He's not affiliated for you, right? He's a Midnight Sun, isn't he?
he is a Midnight Sun, but he's an
Oh.
honorary Brotherhood. We'll
Okay.
just say that his brother Daniel's a part of the Brotherhood. So
Yeah.
He's a brother.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
brother. He's a brother. So
Brother-
yeah, I mean it was really good. I played a not so great X-Men player round 1 and just plowed him into the dirt.
These things happen.
as you do.
And my round 3 was probably one of the worst games ever because it's a Brotherhood mirror match, which already makes me want to shoot myself.
But you didn't lose. You won. You won it.
I did win, but are you ready for this? We pulled demons and we pulled senators. And I go,
God, yeah.
great. I guess what's going to happen. He brought
We played
Mystique.
19.
I brought Mystique. And we played at 19.
Mhm.
He brought Mystique.
Yeah.
I brought Mystique. He brought Judge.
yes.
I brought Judge. He brought Hulk. I brought Hulk.
Goodness.
He brought Toad.
Wow.
I brought Toad. The only difference was he brought Pyro, and
you
I brought the Commandos.
And, you're
And
like,
he got really pissy when I beat the shit out of him. I turned 2 removed his Hulk from the board.
Nice. Who was killing him?
what was the secret there? What was your secret
What
sauce?
was the
to take
secret?
Hulk off the board right there.
Incinerating him.
That's
with
huge.
fire
That's
from the
huge. That's
Commandos, yeah.
huge. Yeah.
Yep. So I know the gimmick, right? Because I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And he just very early just runs his Hulk, grabs my senator. I'm like, cool. Doesn't bump back far enough. Commandos are already in range to auto incinerate him, attack him, move up, and bump Mystique
Mhm.
to get within to double tap him.
Okay.
And
We'll see.
Mystique attacked him 4 times and did 12 damage to him on turn 1.
Fucking Christ.
Wow.
Because guess
You
what?
rolled
None of your
16 dice and did 12 damage?
Yep. And I was like, oh, it'd be a real shame. He goes, I reroll. I'm like, no, you don't.
I'd rather be lucky than good on any given goddamn day.
Oh, dude, it was and he got really pissy about it, but I was like, I had Prio going in turn 2.
Oh.
What are you expecting? Chris? Like you're on fire. Hulk is not unkillable.
How
Well,
good
and
does
that's
that feel,
I was like,
though?
so he's incinerated, so he's rolling 3. He gets no
How is he
rerolls.
incinerated? How did he
No,
get
so-
incinerated?
The
Commandos.
Oh. So the
Commando
the tech piece that you brought that everybody gave you crap for
Yep.
incinerated the Hulk, and then you were able to burn him down from there.
Yep.
Incinerated
And then-
Hulk is paper, man. He's like old Hulk. He
Nice.
sucks.
Nice.
Yeah. And then it's I run Follow Me still because that card is just amazing.
Broken as fuck, yeah.
I have actually
Because
gone
you
to
might be right.
dropping. I've actually dropped Sacrifice for Follow Me again.
Follow
It's
Me,
real
the
good.
it's the next to go for sure. That card's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't-
I feel like we're in the all you've got territory now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where it was like,
it 100% is. You know,
Yeah.
people are like, oh, I literally walk in. You know, we're like looking at the list, like, oh,
I don't
Follow
know,
Me so
man.
bad.
You know
Yeah,
what's
Follow Me
crazy
so bad. Like,
is
okay.
Cosmic Ghost Rider could easily pay for Follow Me after he sets somebody up.
stop
to be
giving
dead.
away my tech for free. God,
Oh,
Well,
dude, yeah, no,
Because no one's playing Follow Me and Guardians, right?
who
Right,
does?
Who's playing Follow Me in general?
Who isn't? Who isn't? Come on.
I was two out of 42 people in this ACO tournament were brought Follow Me.
Who?
What the fuck?
And
How
the,
does
and
it
the
feel
other,
to be an early adopter again? Somehow.
I know, but people dropped Follow Me when it got restricted for a long time, and I was like, I don't know why. You guys are real dumb.
Well,
I
is
like
it
to
just
slap in.
Brace. Is it just Brace Follow Me nowadays?
No, no. For
No.
me, it's Indomitable. Follow Me.
Yeah, but you're also playing Brotherhood. You don't really
Mm.
care as much because you're
I
throwing
can
everything.
see Asgard and I can see Brotherhood running Indomitable Follow Me. I think
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
else is just Follow Me. Like,
and
Well, yeah,
Brace.
even if you're not running big boys, like, come on, just nut up and follow me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the funny part was, except
I'm gonna do it in
that's
Black
what-
Order. Like, seriously, I'm running it in Black Order, where I'm already doing that. Like, nope, already doing this.
Yeah.
What if it was
Who need-
even better? I'm also running Red
needs Brace?
Skull.
Right.
Like-
Who needs Brace when I throw all of the terrain?
I don't
Whoops.
throw any terrain, so I need Brace.
I only
Yeah.
get one because my life is
Yeah, you
hard.
get
'Cause
one.
I opted to have a hard life.
Yeah. No, I'm just like, oh, you guys like having terrain on the board? Nah.
I guess I have Bill.
It's
Yeah.
follow me.
Yeah. And my last opponent on day one was a poor convocation player who was just.
Oh,
I was like, what up, nerd? Bam.
Oh, wow. I've never wanted to play Convocation more.
Yeah, it was glorious.
Is that
playing
is that
Black
how,
Order.
is that what you said about our game, Ben? We're like, oh, last round of this event, I just played some fucking Convocation
just played
character.
some- I
Oh,
just played some fucking
it's nut up, buddy.
What up?
oh, Ben,
usually-
Ben, Ben.
Yes, yeah. Hit me.
I need you to do something for me real quick.
I'm not at home, so I can only do so much.
Okay, I need
We
you
want-
to
we
do
want.
me a favor and go and look at the glory in Paint Your Figs in Rogue Support and look at that mall.
And my wife will
Stop
judge you.
trying to make fetch happen, Dizzard. You're trying to cross populate.
Paint your figs in rogue support. You said.
Yeah, look at that mall.
All right. Why am I in this TTS room, Dizzard?
Oh,
You like come to
Oh,
TTS?
because you're trying to help me figure out how to fit Ghost Rider in here.
No, I'm not. I told you, drop Emma. Otherwise, don't bring him.
Well, no, but
Ooh.
but I don't think Skull makes sense anymore if I'm taking Ghost Rider.
That's okay.
Well, I don't know what
Why
to put in
doesn't
this slot. I never take
my
Skull with X
literal
Force.
my instructions for running Cosmic Ghost Rider tonight were: is he affiliated? If not, are you wide? So like, I don't think he's good for you. I said just drop Emma for him.
No, my thought is 15, right? You could run 23, Psylocke, CGR, and Badger.
Why aren't you just running Cable and Logan?
Because at 15, CGR has more output than Cable does.
Shocking. That's not true at every point value.
Okay, then you should probably drop Domino for Winter Soldier.
No, at that point, I think this is drop Red Skull for Winter Soldier.
No,
I don't. We're,
No,
we're,
yeah.
we're,
Red
when am I
Skull
bringing
brings
in-
two bodies. He brings
But
two
when-
bodies.
I don't think
Whenever
I
you're
ever
not
plays.
bringing Red Skull,
What is
Okay,
this
so
list you're
what
talking
about-
about? Let me see this
what-
list. Let me see this list you're talking
It's
about.
on Twitch. I'm streaming on Twitch right now.
Are you still on Twitch?
Okay, yeah. So what about?
I feel like you're
Ghost
putting a lot
Rider?
of onus on me because my points about Cosmic Ghost
Okay.
Rider are to bring Cosmic
what
Ghost
about-
Rider when he's
what-
affiliated.
What
and
about
if you are incredibly wide?
what about CGR for Emma, and then bring Bucky in for Pyro, and then I have my clapback option.
At that point, I think you need to drop Red Skull for Ronan.
Either Ronin or Saber.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Probably
Saber's
Ronin.
affiliated. No, Saber. Probably Saber. In all honesty.
Yeah,
that's-
because then you could
It's
run
Old Tooth, right? It's Old Tooth, yes.
because then because then you can run Cable. Let's say Cable.
you got a solid 19 then, right? Because you got like Cable, OG. No, you got Cable, Sabretooth. These point. Don't make me play X Force, man. I can't play X Force. I'm trying to make Black Order work, and it's impossible.
Yeah, you're already struggling. It's so fucking hard, man.
I'm like, hold on, let me just like play hard mode MCP because I want to, and you're like, wait, what if it was harder? And I'm like, I can't.
Okay, here we go. We got math here.
I
Cable,
can't.
boop boop. So that's 12. Ghost
No,
Rider would be
Pyro's
18.
better. Pyro's better than Bucky.
But then he doesn't have fatback
Well,
though.
they're different.
Yeah,
They're
they're
different.
I don't know.
things.
Better
They're
is
different.
objective, right? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, they're
so you can go Cable, Sabretooth, Bucky, CTR.
Who are you losing? Who dies?
If
Cable.
I'm doing-
you have to play Cable different than you normally would because like
Which is fine.
you want like
But if it's 18, that means it's hammers or what, spider portals, which Cable will then sit at the back point with a hammer, which is fine because then he's scoring me 2 VPs.
It's a 5-point carry. You could be playing Winter Soldier and be just so much more successful.
like Rocket holds your back point just fine. Like
But the
Rocket
whole
and
point of
Groot.
going, clap back within X Force is to leverage that reroll.
He's too expensive for you.
Yeah, you've got a lot of big boys here.
No, I don't.
You're playing a different game.
Okay,
Like,
so is this, you make me want to play Ghost Rider.
No, Ghost Rider's mine. Like I,
Honestly, I still think that Hellforce is like the best X Force list I've ever had.
Imagine that. A list where you don't have to play X-Force being good.
I don't think you need to bring Cosmic Ghost Rider into this mix. Like I think you just have to accept that you're still playing like the optimal version of your list. Releases later.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard
it
for me to
is,
accept
but
it and be like,
this
I'm
is
not-
this is modern MCP though. Like
I'm not.
this
100%,
is modern competitive MCP. It's not whatever just came out, or it's everything that just came out.
Okay, so my question though is, I'm still not 100% sold on Pyro. Can you give me? You guys look at this and tell me.
Ben has answers for you.
Fair. Tell me who Pyro should be. and why.
Mandos. I don't disagree with Ben.
Did you say
my
Mandos?
Hellfire.
Did you say Mandos?
No, I said Commandos.
Oh, I thought you said Mandos.
my Hellfire base has been Medusa, Commandos, Emma. That's the Hellfire base. Because you are literally just giving power. You are translating power to movement on the table directly.
Okay. So what if I told you? What if I told you
secures? I can't see your secures. Zoom in on your secures.
We got meteors, demons, and infinity.
Why
Why
energy defense?
Huh?
It's 4.
What's
It's 4.
Pyro's
It's 4.
energy defense?
He's a 3.
It's 4.
The 4.
Oh, it's
No,
4.
it's,
3,
energy
4,
is 4. Energy is 4. Yep. So what's the thought on meteors?
X Force is okay at it, and that did like intrusions is probably better here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your 15?
I'm sorry to sound so desperate, but like for real.
What's your
my 15?
15 did? Yeah.
It depends what I'm going against, what the scenario is. This whole entire list is
It's
100%.
It's Malekith and like Hulk and something that fits. Like
Okay,
you don't
so
want to see it.
but no, because if it's 15 and it's a, let's say Gamma, give me my worst case scenario 15.
What's your
So they
what's
picked
your
their
what's- I can't
secures.
even-
I don't have a
You
15,
pick,
so
you picked their secures. So like, what's your worst extracts?
so it would have to be Gamma and hammers, I guess.
Yeah, gamma hammers
like-
probably. Yeah.
That's
but,
still
what,
good for
what
me.
are
That's still-
their extracts that make
No,
you
it's probably
choose
gamma
secures?
legacy is probably worse for what you have. Yeah, gamma legacy.
Okay, so if it's I'm vying for secures. So if I'm picking my extracts, it's more often
Yeah,
going to
like
be
what is
I'm
what is
picking
the
19,
extract
not
on
15.
their side? What is the extract? What is the extract on their side that you're like, nope, that's not what I'm picking.
So that's where Hellfire Club comes in, and I'm never
But
like
what is
that.
it? But what is it?
There isn't anything that makes me say nope. Because Hellfire.
Then
Not
you're
researcher?
perfect, and you don't need.
No.
So
any
what
help.
about
We're
what
done
are you
here.
doing research?
What about
What are
research?
you doing research?
What do I do? It depends on what the crisis layout is. This list is
He
100%.
picked 17
So
or
here,
19.
It's
Here-
research,
and-
researcher
okay,
demons.
let me researcher demons. Okay, so I'm picking. Am I picking threat or are they picking threat?
Well, you don't have researcher, so you're picking threat.
Okay, so I'm picking threat. So I'm picking 19, and at that point, I'm 19. I probably just go boop 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 and boop.
So, like, what do you need help with?
I don't know. I feel like Pyro's like I'm in such a weird spot because I have an X
What do
Force
you
list. I
lose
have
to?
not
What do you
changed
lose
in
to? You
4
lose to
months.
Shield.
That game was extremely close and
Sure,
down
but
to
you
one
lose to
misplay. It was one misplay.
So yeah, but like,
So
how many
what-
games have you played against Shield?
I don't play enough against Shield. That's why.
You need to play more
No
against
one
Shield.
plays Shield because they're not like
I
traditional.
tried-
Blizzard
it's
plays against
DeLuca.
Shield.
Because
But
No,
DeLuca, so-
it's Vincent and DeLuca who are playing Shield.
Straight up,
which
yeah,
and
they're
those
not
two
going to
guys.
be. Which they're not going to be at Nova, so I don't have to worry about it.
right, and other
That's
Shield
not
players are
true.
trash. Yeah, so
Yeah, anybody else playing Shield is not. I'm I know we're
Challenge
still live.
accepted.
I know
Like,
we're
come
still
on.
live,
Like-
but like Shield does not worry me. They really don't
It
because
should,
why?
because you're punting to Shield.
I'm not punting the Shield. How am I punting the Shield?
You're saying you
this
don't
is
worry
fine.
about it.
This is
just not
fine in
come
the
up.
Shield. Yeah, this is fine.
No,
in
no,
the Shield.
this list is really good in the Shield. Like the
Yeah,
fact
this is
that
fine in
I
the Shield.
the fact that I only lost to DeLuca on a misplay says I'm fine to Shield.
You laws of large.
So I mean, what? So what's? I guess my thought process
Name.
is you have one control.
Okay, so
You have
here
one control against
okay,
a size 4.
let me tell you what the whole entire concept of this list is.
All right.
Basically, if it is 8+, I go Hellfire Club. Like 8+ VPs on the board, I go Hellfire Club. If it's less, I go X Force. If it's at 8, that's where like my conundrum comes into play, where it's like, which way do I go? More often than not, it's just go X Force. So in all reality, I very rarely play Hellfire Club because most games are not 8+ VPs because people aren't playing those scenarios.
Right.
But
But
it's nice to
I
have
guess
the
my
safety
con-
net because I could fit it.
I
Because
guess my
more
concern
often
is
than
you
not,
Go ahead.
well, if
Sorry. Go ahead.
like my core for X Force is just this, and I have central, right flank, left flank, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm just like I already at deployment control the board because of the fact he can shoot anybody who goes for a point, he can get to anybody who throws a point, and she can get to anybody who goes
So
for a point.
my point to you would be looking at Cosmic Ghost Rider on Cable, Cosmic, X-23 Badger build outs. Like that's where you're looking at bringing him because that's where he's actually going to get play.
And I agree with that, which is only what 18+, which
Yeah.
I feel
No.
fine at 18+, because it's like I look 13. I just add 23 in Badger, and this is 18. This is my.
I think you have the problem of like X-23 and Badger versus Red Skull. Like that's that. If I was trying to like build threat from your roster, that's where I would feel the most confused. I would be like, do I bring Red Skull or do I bring X-23?
Yeah. When do you take Red Skull?
So
When
Red
do-
Skull's
when
under
do you take
Hellfire
Red Skull?
Club. I almost never take him under Cable unless it's 19 and it's not demons. If it's 19 and not demons, then I take Red Skull.
Mm.
Because then I can do this. Where was it? I can't math right now.
At 19, I'm just looking at Cosmic and Ghost Rider and Thanos and just being like,
This
hey,
feels fine for 19 though. Because the
Red
grunt
Skull.
offsets Badger.
Yeah. No, the grunt offsets a lot.
So it's like this is like
I mean-
probably 19 and then 20 if I
Red
do
Skull,
this. So
Thanos.
19 and 20 is
Cosmic
like the
Red
only
Skull Thanos. That's it.
19
I just
20
looked at
is
that.
like the only time that I actually play Red Skull with X Force. But Red Skull is primarily here for Emma because if I go Hellfire Club, my core is just boom, boom, and probably boom, or it's one of these 3/4s, depending on
And
what
how
the
often
scenario is.
when do you feel like that? Like when is that the thing?
It's more often than not, it's Psylocke. Like 100%.
When
This is
when
like
is that the thing though?
if it's A
Like, what are
plus
you playing that on?
VPs, if it's A plus VPs on the board. So like scoundrels, spiders, cubes, and then the weird situations. If it's like infinity hammers, then it's dependent on what they're playing. If I go Hellfire or X Force,
Okay.
Was the conversation earlier talking about replacing Skull with Cosmic? Is
Well,
that because I think I missed that part?
No,
of
the
conversation.
thing was replacing Emma because remember when I got the whole rich contest of champions, which I gotta find I gotta find a fill for Emma, which is
I
like
just said drop Emma for him.
that could be that. Which that makes 15 feel really good because 15 I could just do this. Or was it? Yeah, that's 15. Ghost Rider, Badger 23. Oh, and Psylocke. So Psylocke 23, Badger, and Ghost Rider seems really good on Researcher or Gamma. And even this
Definitely
no,
not
it
bad.
has to be. It has to be Psylocke. Which I might do this just for the contest of champions, just to like because I can't play. There's no point of playing Emma if I can't play Hellfire.
Oh, is that a rule? You can't play Hellfire on that?
No, because it's about playing affiliation.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like playing who is the best X Force player, basically.
Oh, I remember that now. Yeah.
But in all of
What's
this, like when has Pyro come up? Like I just feel like this is such a dead slot, and this has been my issue for the past 3 months. Is like what is
you need
this
him to
slot?
beat big boys. He's your big boy beater. That's what
So it's
Pyro
really
does.
like if I see Malekith, I just take Pyro.
Yeah.
Like I think my biggest issue with this list is it has literally been the same list for 3 months.
And that does suck.
And it's not the fact that it sucks, it's the fact that it's weird because it's X Force and I haven't changed my list for 3 months. Like I've tried doing different things, but I always come back to this.
I guess I'm just Red Skull's just kind of messing with me right now.
Just basically imagine he's only here under Hellfire Club.
Yeah.
Because my Hellfire Club core is this, and one of my 4s.
Alyssa says just play Midnight Suns.
Let's play Midnight Suns. I tried that for once. I tried that for a while. I can't do that. I'm on
She
my
made somebody have a real. She did the turn 1 I Hulk into. She played in the team tournament.
He's
She did
rude.
turn 1. People were like, "What the shit?" It was really funny.
Well,
That's
it's the
good.
double leap, and then the bump, right? That's the idea. Like that.
It's lockjaw.
Oh yes, yes,
one.
yes.
Yeah, and the one blow bump and yeah, all that.
46.
Yeah. Wong goes with advanced R&D and feeds them 2 power, and yeah, it's really funny.
When it works, it fucking kills. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious. Oh yeah. Then her last opponent, so she lockjaws I Hulk up, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just kill him before he gets to me," and shoots him with Winter Soldier, and just feeds him like 5 power. Like, oh, it was like, oh, okay, yeah. I was the same way. She had 10 on the start of I Hulk's turn. Like, okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this
like-
list is very much just like I don't like. I feel like Pyro might be a mistake, but I feel like you're right. He's just like he's the tech piece.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess how do you firewall turn 1 with Pyro?
You go up,
That-
shoot something, and
Firewall, or you play Steve.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean yeah, but
Hmm.
in this list,
And this is
You got
you just
mags,
walk
right?
up and you just walk
Magneto.
up and
You
shoot.
throw a building, yeah.
No, I don't have mags.
no,
Oh,
no, he,
for export. Sorry.
no, yeah,
no,
you're fine. Yeah.
I just walk up and shoot something.
So if they're not dumb, if they're not
Oh, while you're
dumb,
playing that. Well,
you
I
don't
wanted
do
to
it on turn 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do when you can, right? I think that's
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, I mean, that's what I was telling this other Magneto player was like, or this other Mystique player. He was just like, "Oh, I just always take Pyro." I'm like, "Cool," and he plays Mystique all the time. I'm like, "Cool." So I just punish your Pyro before you firewall me.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's like the biggest thing is like Pyro's activation has to be at a very certain time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just kill him. Like it
Yep.
and that's I think that just comes down to like playing Pyro enough to know when to activate him.
Yeah.
And then know the fact that you're probably gonna lose Pyro before round 4.
Yep.
Like, but it's like, but the thing is though, is if you can firewall 4 people and pull off pyrotechnics before Pyro dies, he has earned his weight in 3 threat.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. I just look at Pyro and go, "You're gonna get one firewall off me, and then you're dead."
I mean, that's like he's arguably done his job just by doing that. He's one of those 3 threats
Yeah.
you have to pay attention to, even if he's not holding anything. I think that's worth it.
Well, and the worst part about that too, though, is like if you're going and killing Pyro, then you're not killing Psylocke. You're not killing 23. You're not killing Logan. You're not killing Domino. Like you're not killing Bill. So it's like if you go after Pyro, you have these other threats that are arguably way worse for you.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, I can see it. I can see it. I got this, the only thing that I just concerns me with this list is the lack of more than one size 4 control.
I haven't had it be an issue, but I agree, and that's like one of the struggle points for me. Is like, do I need something else? And then it's like, what is that something else?
Right.
And that's the big question: is what is this something else, and is that something else actually worth it?
So I could play Jugs Hulk into you if you'd like.
I don't have an issue with Jux Hulk.
You guys heard it. You heard him say it.
Jux Hulk, okay. So number 1, I have one and 2 people who are excellent at murdering Jugs. And then 2 and 3 people who are excellent at targeting Hulk. I reliably will take down Hulk over the course of 1.5 activations, or 1.4 turns or rounds.
I think it's Jugs and Hulk, like in conjunction there.
It is.
Like,
No, I agree. That yes, that makes it a difference. But at that point, I need to get rid of Hulk before Jugs. And what Jugs is doing at the most is he's either getting lucky, or I played stupid and let him get a really good "Do you know who I am" off.
Right.
Which that's
I
the
will
big
say-
that is the big thing is did I let did I let Jugs get a really good "Do you know who I am"? And that's really the question there, because Jugs's output is really based off of that, and did he get lucky with dice?
Yeah, they get the one big swing every turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one big swing.
Versus that's why I say you prioritize Hulk, which Logan and Psylocke can very easily do 20 damage to Hulk over one round with rerolls. But that's all dependent on did the person give me Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I had people. There was obviously like out of the 42 players, there was like 30 of the teams, something like that, had Hulk on the roster. Something silly
he's
like
still
that.
the most popular character in the game right now. He's the most plug and play character in the game easily.
Yeah.
He absolutely is. I agree with Morgan, where Hulk is number 1 character in the game.
I agree.
Yep.
I mean, like, that's what Craig said like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still problematic, right? Like it's just
They made Hulk too good. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah, it was a little